Hubba bubba.
I was just about to step out.
Oh,
Oh well.
can we pause? Is it-
No, it's
Oh my
good. Like,
gosh.
I'll just wait.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey.
so sorry.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
Uh-huh.
I was trying.
Oh, what is happening?
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, I actually need to grab dice.
Hi,
1 second.
Oh my god, you had so much time.
He's on his phone.
All right, I'm good.
Good. Welcome everybody to already the day it's been. We unfortunately do not have an Amdrus. We don't have Fire today. He is currently on a plane. So there is that. But we may or
Well,
may
hopefully
not.
he's off the plane at this point, isn't he?
I didn't think he was.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure he is.
I'm just
still
very
flying.
confused as to where he is.
Well, who
Time
knows?
zones are weird.
Yeah.
Oh, time zones.
God.
Coming
Um,
back from the future, so I have no idea.
This is true.
It's just-
Anyways.
This is true. Yeah.
Anyways, welcome everybody to session 29. Almost hitting that 30.
Oh, weird.
And we're still only level 4. My god, guys. I'm just kidding. I blame it on you.
How dare. You could give us XP at any
First of all.
moment.
Yeah, you're the one that is.
Yeah, you're the one
guiding
that's
the whole-
withholding shit.
You guys, hurry up. Anyways, so session 29 of Prince of the Apocalypse with the Ditherers of Dismay. That was very hard to start saying. I don't know why my brain just shut off. It is very cold today, so I have a sweater on, and I'm sure at some point I'm going to be dying from heat, but whatever. Also, I wanted to say thank you, Pyro, for the raid, considering
Yeah.
we don't have Fire to do it, so...
Yep, I took it over. That's
Yeah.
also my very first raid.
It is! I was going to say, ooh.
I missed it.
Anyways, so last time on Prince of Apocalypse, our wonderful troop ran away from a war. 9 is looking at dice. That was such a
Yeah,
good
does anybody
moment.
have any extra fate dice? I'm missing
Oh
one.
my god. I don't know. We'll have to look through. Maybe it got mixed up when we were putting things away. You know. Anyways,
Like the anime?
that's a good anime. Anyways, I'm so distracted today. This is gonna be a
Sorry.
great session. No, it's fine. What was I saying? The wonderful group have ran away from a war. Atim seeing someone important to him possibly get hurt, maybe die. Who knows? And with that, you guys ran off into the night, pushing until you guys, a couple of you guys literally couldn't go any further, and camping for the night. Luckily, because of that, you were able to reach the river or get close enough to the river that night that the next day you could find it quickly. But during the night, we had a wonderful little dream sequence for Atim. Everyone was talking about how dramatic it was, but it's a dream sequence. I gotta make it dramatic. And you saw maybe visions of the past, present, future, who knows? And you were reminded of a little certain object you may have stolen a while ago. But with that, you guys decided to travel north along the river, heading to Crowpoint, trying to kind of go around the war and everything. The first day, you guys stealthily found a group of hunters of something. You're not really sure. They didn't see you, and you guys just ignored it, which is great. Nice and quick and easy. But later on, as you guys continue to travel, during the night, during one of your camping times, I don't know what I was going with that, you guys were attacked by were-jackals, whatever.
Actually, there are jackal-wares, not
Yeah, I know.
were-jackals.
Well,
The were is
no.
actually secondary.
It is. And a couple of you guys got bit, so who knows when the next moon is gonna come and what's gonna happen.
Well, the moons are kind
don't
of
do
like
that.
reoccurring lunar things.
Right.
Like, we know when the
Who
next moon
knows
is coming.
what's going to happen when the next one comes, is what I meant.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean okay?
Yeah. And with that, you guys kept on pushing forward, and you were able to make it to the edge of the Nightthorn Forest, finding the road, finding the bridge that crosses this river, with not really much other events happening. And that's kind of where we come back into it. What are you guys doing? Actually, no, before we do that, I need a roll. You guys woke up in the morning. I need a D10 and a D8 roll because we didn't do it at the end. Please and thank you.
I'll do D8.
I'll get D10.
4.
Give me a second. Just realized how quiet the music was. What the fuck? It's my bad. What was 4? D10?
D8.
Didn't we end with it though? I thought
You
did, 'cause
guys
had
rolled, and then because it was nothing, I just described that you guys kind of got to
Oh,
the
I
edge
see. I see. We got to the.
Um,
Yep. Mine was the 3 for the D10.
for the D10. Okay.
I hope.
I hope. And a 4. All right. What are you guys doing? What's your plan? You're kind of at the edge of the forest. You guys mentioned that you wanted to stay there for the night to kind of have some cover, but you are at the edge, and you can kind of see the bridge off in the distance, as they're very massive bridges. So, what you doing?
I guess we're just sticking to the plan, right?
Yeah, continuing towards Crown Point, following the river.
You just gonna go down the road, or do you want to like stick to the trees? Anything?
Well, I would say we
Stick
would
to the
stay in
trees?
cover as long as we could until we had to cross the bridge, right?
Well, to get to Crowpoint, you don't actually need to cross the bridge. You have to go away from the bridge. So.
Well, I thought we were presenting ourselves as people who are coming,
Right.
like travelers.
We are coming as
So I think
from off the direction of the bridge. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes. You can kind of see there. It's kind of covering it, but you guys are like there-ish. So, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't be crossing the bridge, but I just didn't know if you wanted to stick to the trees going in, or if you wanted to go onto the road and go. Might change things.
Say that.
Ominous as fuck.
I don't know what
Ominous
you're talking
and
about.
influence our decision making.
May
This is why we
change
dither.
things.
This is why we dither.
Make a decision.
I would say we should go as stealthy as we can into the city. What do you guys think?
So stick to the trees.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
sure.
Well, if we get caught, though, is it going to look like we came from the war?
That's true.
Maybe it might be smarter to go to the bridge and still pretend.
Take the road. I mean, we're famously not stealthy, nor famously that great at lying as a whole, so I don't think we have an advantage either way. Cain, what do you think?
I think it would be easier to convince people that, like, we're travelers coming from another city than, like, if we're in hiding. Like, why are we in hiding? You know, like, we could be mistaken for bandits or refugees of war. So, like, I think that we should stick to the road, but obviously, if everybody says that we should go, in the trees, totally.
I think that's a pretty valid point.
I was gonna say.
Plus, we've got the friendly face of Amdrus,
Yeah, but
and that's never failed us before.
Nope.
Never failed us.
okay. So, are
Alright.
you guys still wearing the armor? of
Armor?
I feel like I should probably change into my not Earth
You make a
Brigade
good point.
armor.
I will change mine as well.
I'm gonna take my black cloak off too.
I will say, do you guys have a way to bring your other armor?
Yeah, we got bags.
Yeah?
Yeah, we got bags.
Yeah, but I don't know if mine can fit in a bag.
Yeah, if yours can't, Cain's definitely can't.
What are you talking
Well, mine's made out of stone,
Well, also
right?
that. I more meant like your normal ones, but also that.
Oh, I assumed that my leather one, my original one, was in my bag.
I mean...
Yeah, and mine's chainmail. It can fold.
Alright.
It's only
I was
55
more going
pounds.
off of your Roll20 character, which is like very thick armor, so I was just like, but sure.
Fold. Got flexible metal over here.
Yep.
I
Well,
mean,
I'll
you guys could
just
throw
I'll just
cloaks over
wear.
and hope for the best.
Yeah, I'll just wear a cloak over my plate, and that'll work.
A cloak over like your brigade stuff?
Yeah, over the brigade symbol. Yeah.
Okay.
Where is the symbol on the breastplate?
Right in the middle.
Dead center. Branding.
Yep.
I'll just wear a shirt.
I mean, yeah.
Can
Can
I put my leather armor on top of it?
No. You would not be able to. You might be able to like uncomfortably put the breastplate on top of the leather armor, but not the other way around.
Can I turn my leather armor into like a poncho? And like cut a hole through it and just drape it over?
I don't think so.
Didn't you have a cloak in the first encounter that we had with you there, Zephyr?
I mean, you can have my cloak, Zephyr.
I mean, you all
Oh,
do
I
have
did not have that
cloaks.
originally. I might have that.
I mean, you do have
Oh yeah, my
just black
original
cloaks.
armor was what you guys found me in. Was that a cloak? Because I did not write that in my notes.
No, but you had like a traveling cloak.
Like a normal. Yeah.
We were given one at the Abbey.
Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna
Abby.
take the cloak that I did have, because I remember it had a hood on it, and I'm going to drape it over my shoulder and somewhat in the front, so it's not sitting traditionally on my back, it's sitting more on my side to cover it.
Okay.
So we're
Cain.
taking the road.
All right.
Yeah, let's take the road.
Yeah. Just Zephyr and Cain, you're both like just keeping cloaks on to cover yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I would like everyone to roll perception checks as you guys kind of break off of the trees and kind of travel along the road. You're about a day's, maybe you might get there by night or kind of evening time.
Yeah.
12.
I don't know what I was
13
looking at
Amdrus.
or distracted by, but I was distracted.
21 for me. I'm paying attention.
Okay, rude.
15.
Roasted.
You're still distracted by the fan.
Yeah, I'm like
Lots of
just.
processing.
There's,
It takes
there's
a
a
few
lot
days.
of processing.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a dream. There was real life. There was this fan that I forgot that I had.
You literally risked your life for. Love it.
Yeah.
They
Sorry.
may have
So
sunk a
there.
ship
we-
over. I
we-
don't know. I'm still not clear about that.
I don't know if you actually explained that part.
No, that was
might have been
never
out of
explained.
character.
That was
explained, so.
out of character.
So at team you got a 1. I see that. Joel got a 21. Cain, what'd you get?
I got 12. Amdrus got a 13.
Thank you. And Zephyr, what did you get?
For perception?
Yeah.
15.
Okay. All right. As you guys are kind of walking, gonna laugh eventually. You notice that the weather seems to be acting up. The wind has been kind of getting colder and stronger. As you guys are walking, it doesn't slow you down quite yet, but you can see in the distance yet another storm going to be coming across. For the most of your travel, you're on a main road. You see the odd, like, people traveling, very rarely, It might be like a single cart kind of traveling away from Crowpoint, heading towards like Edgecrest, kind of the opposite direction you're going. Unless you guys say anything, they just ignore you, and they keep on going. I will say that Zephyr, Cain, and Amdrus, I mean, Amdrus not really being able to do much on it, but technically Amdrus would notice as well, and Joel. So I guess everyone other than a team, sorry, would kind of notice that there is a lot of activity in the sky. A lot of the Feathergale Knights on their griffins and hippogriffs flying around, kind of doing patrols, I guess, kind of along the road, and they're not getting anywhere close where the cloaks are probably totally fine, and you guys look like just travelers. You're doing the right thing by going on a road and looking like you're coming from like Edgecrest. You're not like hiding in trees, so you don't really look too suspicious.
Okay.
Don't be
I don't
Okay,
like how
thank
you say
Gosh,
the right
goodness.
thing, because that implies losers and winners. And Dungeons and Dragons is all about having fun with your friends.
Until
it would
you
have been a
all
lot more fun
die.
if we would have went through the woods and he would have tried to kill us. So.
Yeah, and then there could have been like a stealth check. There could have been, it could have been a lot more fun. But instead,
You're doing
the
right
day
thing.
you're doing the right thing.
We're trying to be smart.
And the day goes by without too much of a hassle, too much activity. You can see as you guys are traveling. Are you guys wanting to get to the city by nightfall and kind of push, or do you want to get there in the morning?
Oh, we can just get there in the morning.
I would say morning.
Okay.
Yeah, especially as the storm
seems
getting
less-
closer, would you say?
It is, yeah. Kind of as the night gets on, you can kind of hear the crackling of thunder kind of rolling and the flash of lightning, and it gets closer and closer as the storm kind of rolls in and rain begins to start. So you can either grab shelter or try to push through a storm. It's up to you.
I think we have dealt with storms that have not been very useful, and we're probably could use a decent night rest. So let's pitch the tent.
Okay, well, a weird way to ask for
An orgy?
a sex thing, but
Wow.
Um,
Right. Well, good.
Are you guys just going off of the road? Are you going to try to go into the trees, get more cover? What would you like to do?
Well, we have tents, right?
You have a single tent, like a
You have
kind
a
of large
single
tent
massive-
thing
Yeah. The single tent. We
that you
could
can all cuddle in.
probably set it up around the edge of the forest.
Yeah, I would say staying close to the road so it doesn't draw
People
like
pass-
just the
people
thing that you
pass, they
said,
just
like,
think
yeah, we don't want to
quickly.
be hiding in the woods.
Yeah, sure. So you kind of go off of the road, just like a couple minutes, just so you're kind of in between. You get a little bit of cover of that kind of scattered trees that are around. You're not quite in the thick of the forest, but there's still like the decent amount of trees around to give you some cover. Yeah.
Is the rain heavy enough to come through the trees and it still be pretty rainy?
No, as you're kind of setting up the tent and kind of getting you notice that like even just the few trees, it is kind of helping a lot with the rain. The rain isn't like a downpour. It's more like wind, and it's kind of just whipping around.
Okay. I'm gonna light the bonfire underneath the trees.
Okay. It's also a magical flame, so it's probably not going to go out too easily.
I wasn't sure how that worked.
I mean, it will eventually, but it would be like significantly slower. And I just realized my camera is like sideways. It's like crooked. Yeah, you guys pitch the tent, as Joel said. Are you guys doing watches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Nah, we're fine.
Right? No,
We're just gonna have a big
We're
group
just gonna
cuddle
have it.
tonight.
Yep.
who is
Side of the road.
Who is doing?
I'll take first watch.
Okay. Anyone going with Joel or just Joel? Don't all ask at once.
I'll go second.
Ray and I got the first watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone kind of heading to bed. Joel being the only one up.
Mr. Aurora,
Yes.
sir, Can I attune to the Ring of Fire resistance?
I thought you were already. Yes, it's
Perfect.
been
I'm
many
going to
days. So
I'm going to attune to it.
cool. You talked about it being on your toe. Are you keeping it on your toe, or is it just now on your
Oh my
finger?
gosh. Yes.
Well, right. I guess the people that we've stole it from is no longer
That's why I ask.
terribly prevalent. Yeah, we can wear it on our fingers. Why not?
All right, all right. Yes, you can be resistant to fire. Look at you.
Look at me go.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I can't remember how we stole it, but here we
It was
are.
a whole fiasco.
Being a
It
rat.
was a whole, yeah.
Remember
yeah,
in the mines?
In the
Yes,
mines.
That's it.
was a very
Okay.
stressful time. It was great.
I basically sacrificed my life.
Yes.
For a shiny thing.
For a
shiny thing, and I love that about you guys so much. And with that, everyone heads to bed, and Joel, you are awake. Are you doing anything? Are you just kind of staying under one of the trees to kind of block as much rain as you can?
Yeah, I would say
Okay.
so. Probably, yeah, staying close to the batten as close to the fire as I could.
Okay.
Just kind of hanging out with Ray.
All right. I need you to make a perception check.
14.
14. And is there anything you are doing? You just playing with Ray?
Yeah, I'm just playing with Ray and kind of keeping an ear out for, noise, travelers,
Fair.
things like that. But yeah.
All right. Kind of as you're kind of sitting there, you can see in the distance Crowpoint. You can kind of, and you have been there, so you would know. You can see the kind of walled, kind of large city, and you can see in the distance like the glow and kind of silhouetted by the moon, the like spire that is kind of behind it. And those that have either grown up here or been here for a while, or traveled around the Blooming Vale, would know that because of the Feathergale Knights and how they ride on like griffins and hippogriffs, they in kind of major cities they have a spire, a kind of large, tall tower-like building. Allows them to kind of roost and kind of have stables in it and fly in and out pretty easily. It is very well guarded, very well put together. And Joel, I would just give it to you. You would probably assume that is exactly where your target is. And you can kind of just see it in the distance. You would know that there is one in Crowpoint, Cain, Riverguard, and Sunmeadow. Kind of the major points. So four spires. As you kind of sit there throughout your watch, playing with Ray, keeping you company, as none of your friends wanted to stay up with you.
Wow.
Your watch goes uneventful. Who are you waking up?
Who am I waking up? I'm gonna wake up Cain next.
Cain.
I also said second watch, but
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, you did?
I mean, you
I
can
didn't-
Yeah.
you can wake them both up if you really want.
It doesn't matter.
Sure, yeah. I'll wake up Zephyr too. Why not?
All right. And as you guys kind of get up, you can see that your bonfire is kind of pretty low at this point. If you want to relight it, you can, Zephyr. But the rain is kind of coming down a bit harder now, kind of as it hits about midnight.
Question.
Yes.
Does if I had Zindig out, could she be put out from the rain?
I would say no, because she's kind of this self-sustaining
Well,
kind
okay.
of fire spirit.
For the watch, I'm just gonna have it die out, and then I'm gonna bring out Zindig instead.
Okay.
Just to be our light for the moment.
You can see that she doesn't seem too comfortable. She tries to hide like from under the trees, so not too
I'm
much
gonna
water
like kind of
sitting-
hold her
Yeah.
a little bit, so kind of like holding her like she's my little child.
Yeah, doesn't like the rain. And you can hear like every time the raindrops hit, you can just hear like little hisses as it just like burns away. Anything you guys are doing?
I think
I
just
am
keep.
cuddling my fiery penguin.
Fair.
I'm just gonna keep watch.
All right. Make perception check, both of you.
I am very distracted.
5.
7.
All right. As the night goes and as the rain continues, it's kind of Zephyr, especially for you not having dark vision, it kind of gets harder to like see past the flame with the rain kind of obscuring. Even Cain, with your dark vision, as the rain kind of hits harder, you guys get a bit more wet. Again, the trees are blocking a little bit of it, but not too much. And unfortunately, you don't quite see anything of interest. And you guys kind of sit there watching, waiting for anything to happen, and shockingly, nothing happens. Your 2-hour watch.
And then on Ataim's watch.
2.5
get
hours,
attacked.
3 hours.
Of
No.
course.
You get attacked by a beholder or something on that team. So
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Duh.
Well, I can't wait until I can throw a weapon.
Oh lord.
And what? I've never been able
Behold,
to use
I
one.
am her.
There we go. Your watch goes uneventful and quiet. Just very wet and kind of dreadful. But uneventful, nonetheless. Who is doing the last watch? Is it Amdrus and Atim? Just Atim?
Amdrus by himself. No.
It could be Amdrus by himself. It's up to you.
No. I will be doing
Yeah.
third watch.
Okay. Do you want Amdrus with you?
I'll let him sleep.
Okay.
He always complains about never getting enough sleep.
Never getting enough sleep. I know.
All right.
Maybe he'll think of a way to. He'll dream up a way to make his coffee better.
There you go. Yes. There, Penguin.
For the last watch, since the fire went out and I'm going to bed, I'm gonna relight the bonfire.
Okay.
As I'm assuming Cain waits up at Aim or
Yeah, I'll wake up Etty.
Okay. Asim, you are awoken up and awoken. And you kind of step out to see that it's still raining, but Cain and Zephyr kind of got the worst of it, and it's starting to let up a little bit, but not too much at the moment. As you have the final watch. As everyone else goes to bed, Joel, Cain, and Zephyr, I would like you guys to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please, and thank you.
Why? I'm sleeping.
what?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. at
With
all.
advantage, because you do have a tent. So I
Lots.
apologize. Lots.
9.
What's up?
With advantage?
Yeah, the other was a 6.
Okay. And Zephyr, what'd you get?
18, because I don't know if the other one was an 18.
Okay.
Because it was either a 16 or 18, and I was like, I'll just go with the lower number. It's fine. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Interesting.
So Cain and Zephyr, shockingly, as you guys were soaked the most, you were good. But Joel, even being out for a couple hours in the rain, the cold just kind of hit you, and you have to shiver a lot. You're bundled up, but you shiver a lot while trying to sleep. Unfortunately, you do not gain the benefits of a long rest. But I don't think you guys did anything else today, so it kind of doesn't matter. So you're probably fine. You're just gonna be tired.
Oh, I don't get a point. Do I get a point of exhaustion?
Yes, you would get a point of exhaustion.
No.
Suck a dick.
So other than that,
Oof.
That's like, other than that, that's not great.
well, yeah, but it could have been worse. If you used spell slots last time, you wouldn't have got them back. Man. Could be way worse. At the end, because you had your full rest within the tent the entire time, you don't need to make one. You're good. Benefit of being the last watch.
Have you
And
seen
having
my
a tent.
my new sticker? It says personally victimized by the DM.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that's
Perfect.
appropriate.
It's appropriate. Oh my god.
Personally victimized by the DM.
Just
Sponsored by
singling
Snap.
out. Yes,
Sponsored
sponsored
by-
by the Trinity Shop.
Yeah.
Etienne, what are you doing?
He's kind of just taking in all the weather and just existing in the moment, trying to not like be too overwhelmed by the events that have happened these past couple of days.
Fair.
Kind of bummed that the storm is letting up a bit, actually. But just enjoying the bit of rain that's left.
All right. Can I have you make a charisma saving throw?
All right. Come on, I'm good at this. No, I'm not. It's
I
10.
swear, every time I make you guys do something you're good
Roll.
at, you roll so
Yeah.
low.
Roll base level right now.
Okay. As you kind of sit there and kind of in the last bit, well, I wouldn't say the last bit, but the calming of the storm a bit, there is a sense of almost familiarity kind of in the air. Who knows if that's comforting or not to you, but that's kind of what you get. And I would like you to make a perception check as well.
Hello? My knight in shining armor? Where are you? Are you back now? Sorry, perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 15.
All right, and you kind of sit there throughout the night. You can kind of see through like the clouds, the rising sun kind of hitting a lot of the dark clouds that kind of still, or like gloomy clouds, I guess, and that still kind of cover over the blooming veil as the sun begins to rise. And again, shockingly, Atim, on your watch, nothing happens.
Oh my god. We've reset the
And you can kind of see as the light begins to, as the day or the morning begins to come, you can kind of see Crowpoint kind of off in the distance, maybe a couple hours walk. You can kind of see the tower silhouetted by the sunrise. And eventually, everyone, you can hit a long rest, technically, other than Joel. And you guys wake up to a morning drizzle, kind of a cold morning, cool air. The fire is pretty much out.
No, he's gone. Entirely.
Right. Amdrus kind of getting, I'm going, oh, I need to make breakfast. And he starts making breakfast and coffee for everybody.
Of course.
As he would.
Any chance for that man to cook?
Exactly. He just says, Atim, why didn't you wake me up? I could have done this already.
It's fine. It's fine. You need your beauty sleep.
That is true. Anything you guys are doing in the morning? Just having breakfast and packing up and going?
I'm just gonna jump off the side of this cliff here into the water. No.
You are quite a distance from the cliff, but, sure, go off, run away.
Yep, I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna run out all my feelings.
There we go.
Aurora or DM.
Yes.
So for the wild shape, since when I went to bed, does Zindig automatically get put away, or does she stay up if I don't put her away?
So we kind of changed it. It's up to you. If you want to keep her out, you just make sure one of your wild shapes are marked. Like continually. Yeah.
It's gonna be out for today.
Okay. Yes, and I saw your message about your health just in override max HP. If you click your health, just type in, add 10 to what you have, so 42. Just type in 42.
Cool.
I do believe that is correct. All right. And as you guys kind of pack up your tent and kind of wring out some of the waterlogged, what is it called? There's
Damp.
there's a thing that goes over top of tent for water.
Tarp.
A tarp. There we go. My brain isn't working today, sorry. And you guys just going on your way? I'm assuming you're going back to the road and walking the rest of the way?
Mhm.
Okay. I would like everyone to roll perception check again, as you guys are back on the road, and you have maybe a 2-hour walk to get to Crowpoint. 2-3
Cain
hour.
gets a 21.
Okay.
Amdrus gets 5.
Oh my
Okay.
lord, Jesus. 12.
Dirty 20.
Gosh.
11.
And Etienne, what did you get? Sorry.
12.
12. All right. As you guys are kind of walking, you can notice as you're getting closer to Crowpoint, you can see that you can like the gate where the road goes into. You can see a gate that goes into this walled kind of city. You can see guards there that are clearly checking people as they come and go. Anything you guys would like to do? I would say everyone other than Amdrus. Amdrus is probably still half asleep, drinking his coffee.
Okay. You're saying they're checking people as they're coming in through the gates.
It looks like you're quite a ways away still, but you can kind of see what looks like figures at the gate that look armored. And you can probably guess, considering what's going on, they might be checking. Or at least stationed to see who's coming and going. I would say everyone would kind of see that. Maybe not, Joel, you got 11. Maybe you couldn't really fully get who it is. You could probably see people, but everyone else would be able to see that they're clearly guards, like city guards.
Are they like patting them down, or like can we tell if like anybody has like any cloaks and seeing if they're looking at their armor?
Yeah, as you see like some people coming in with a cart, they are like kind of checking a cart and like talking to them. And it's like kind of
I meant on their body.
Yeah, I would say you're a bit too far to be able to really see if they're like patting them down. You can't really tell, probably not, but they are checking like carts and they're talking like to them. And it takes a couple, like as you guys are walking up, you can see that there is someone there trying to get in for like a couple minutes before they're eventually step out of the way and allowed into the city. And sorry, Cain, what did you get for your perception?
21.
21. And Zephyr, you got a dirty 20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I hit my glasses. You guys just...
I kind of want to halt a little bit.
Sure.
And I want to point out, or I want to ask, do we have any like items or anything that would seem suspicious going in? They're kind of checking everything up there. I'm not sure.
Well, besides your armor.
Yeah, besides the armor with the enemy's
I know.
logo on it, I would say.
Exactly. I don't know.
I would say
what to do
otherwise, no, I
about
don't think
that.
so.
What should I do about that? What should Cain and I do about that?
I mean, just
Look at
don't
the
be a
smirk
narc.
on our DM, you probably know the answer to
What do you mean?
that.
Ignore my face. Thank you.
Just don't be a narc. Like that's what we get down to. I mean, like we could disguise ourselves.
Yeah, I just think the armor is a dead giveaway.
Why does he not have minor illusion?
Because
Why
you're
the
a
best
fighter.
one?
Because no, Amdrus.
Oh,
Amdrus.
Amdrus. You're saying. Also,
Yeah, I know
minor
why I don't
illusion
have
is
it.
stationary, so
Yes,
may
it would
help
not
too much.
move.
Well, we're getting searched. We don't have to move.
Fair point. Well, you're getting searched. If they're patting you down, they're gonna notice anyways.
If their hand can, yeah.
Bah.
Bah.
Well, I mean, like, just yeah. I mean, we
I don't
have
really
to get
any-
in somehow, or we can ditch our armor for a little bit if you want it.
Hey DM,
Yes.
out of character, can you, oh my gosh, I just lost my question. Oh, can Zephyr or Cain like tell if somebody up above like or in front of us, like more the guards, have seen us?
Well, you guys are still like a good distance away. Like you guys rolled
Oh,
really
okay.
well, so you can kind of just see them like in the distance. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Every time
are
I
the
say in the
trees
distance, I just think of in the distance. Anyways, sorry.
How far away the trees are the trees then?
There's some trees around, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, if we want to turn around and maybe we could dump it off over there, or maybe I can slap some mud across my armor, kind of make it blend in a little bit better. What do you guys think?
And bury it near a tree. Come back for it later.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
As you're kind of saying this, Cain and Zephyr, you hear a shift of like a tree branch. And as you guys are like talking about going into the trees and hiding things, you hear this and you look up and you see like the leaves in a tree like right next to you guys kind of shift. And without Joel, Atim, or Amdrus noticing, a figure kind of jumps down, landing like very gracefully, just kind of on her feet. You can see a human female, kind of dirty blonde hair, kind of pulled back into a braid that kind of goes into almost like a pink dyed color, wearing like leather's armor. And she kind of jumps down. She looks up at you and kind of smirks, very clearly hearing everything you just talked about.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Rowan,
Sorry,
can
what are
you
my
make a
reactions?
wisdom saving throw for me? As you're muted.
Okay, I want to know if I could talk.
Yeah.
Hey! Wisdom saving? God damn it.
Say, like, can I throw produce flame at them?
No, you just see them kind of jump down in front of everyone else's surprise, but you saw them kind of jump down.
Yeah.
18?
Okay, well, can I get produce flame
Cool.
ready?
Yeah,
and,
you can like kind of.
Okay, I'm gonna be on guard, and I'm gonna have this ready. And Zindig, I would say, notices this, so she's also gonna be on guard.
Okay, so Rowan, you have been kind of just chilling, waiting.
Mhm.
You saw them coming down quite a while ago, and you've just kind of been waiting for them to get closer. You overheard them, kind of confirms everything that you were wondering about them. You jump down and you see the red scale dragonborn kind of light up her hand in defense, and something kind of almost in the wind kind of whisks around you, and you're able to shrug it off, and you can tell it came from this red-haired human.
No, I'm friendly.
Who are you? And I want to ask that kind of boldly with having the produce flame ready.
The name's Rowan. We're on the same side, friends. Chill out.
What side's that?
And I'm just gonna pull my leather aside, and you guys are gonna see like the shifting tides tattoo.
You can see that kind of in her chest, she has a lot of kind of detailed tattoos, but clearly within it, you can see that kind of triangle symbol of the shifting tides.
Ah,
How do you
Shalar
know
did
we're with the
mention he
shifting
had people
tides?
here.
Because I was told to meet you guys. Duh.
By who?
By who? By Grimjaw, obviously. Look, I heard that something went down a little further out. So, you know, they told me to meet you here, and town's kind of locked up right now. I'm your ticket in.
How are you our ticket in?
Because I'm from here.
And Zephyr's gonna be like she's gonna be like nod, okay, and then she's gonna like puff out a little bit of smoke, but she's gonna put away her flame.
Good call.
For now.
Well, Shalar did mention that he had people here that could help us with. I assume
Yeah.
this is one of them.
Yes, I am.
And you know what we're here for?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here to make sure it gets done.
The Grimjaw have told you what we've been communicating with them about.
I'm just gonna like pull out like my my summoning stone, or what is it?
Sending stone. Yeah.
Sending stone. Just be like, yeah, I'm all filled in.
You can see a
I've
very
been waiting
similar,
here.
not quite the same, but very similar to the one that was given to you.
I've been waiting for a hot minute for you guys to come here.
We dither.
A little bit. We got caught up in the storm as well.
That's fair.
Okay, well,
How
do you have any
uh,
tips then? Because there's two of us that kind of stand out for being on the other side of the war. We probably need to do something with that. We were thinking about burying it.
That's going to be an issue.
Clearly. But can we hide it somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can sneak it in later.
Aurora, how come we can't just turn our armor inside out?
Because
Mine wouldn't work that way.
I was gonna say, one, Zephyr's is a breastplate. You can't do that. Two, I think yours is plate mail. Also can't do that.
Yeah,
It's
just
made of
turn
stone.
it inside out. It's like a shirt.
Nope, doesn't work.
You're gonna bend it too. Goodness gracious.
Well,
Yeah,
you
then
guys
we
gotta
might
make
as well.
You're gonna
teach it for a
fold
little
it. You're gonna fold it and put it in your pocket.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys
I've
have a
watched
knife to
Animal
scratch out the
Crossing
symbols?
gameplay.
I mean, would that be enough to get through if we just like damage the symbols?
I think that's even more suspicious.
You guys just
I'm
came from
I'm
the-
okay with abandoning my armor for a little bit, like stashing it by a very memorable looking tree.
Smart kid.
You're currently like a decent distance out. Are you going to try to get closer to stash this, or are you going to do it from like the ways out here? You're like probably a few hundred feet out.
Well, we'll do it a few hundred. Oh, I want to do it a few hundred feet out. I don't know about
I would
Zephyr.
say that. Yeah, I would say that's.
The further the
good.
better, I think.
Yeah, I think that.
I think that's good.
Yeah, just right here is perfectly good. Find a memorable looking tree. Tie my friendship bracelet around one of the boughs of the tree.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Way to
You
go,
think
Amdrus.
Cute.
You think a scout might notice that?
Well,
You come down this way?
we're going in. We're going in. There's no way that I can possibly forget this.
Oh my god. I
How
wish.
else can I mark this so that I can't possibly forget it?
Old.
Are you guys like digging a hole and burying it? Like, what are you doing? How are you hiding this?
Oh, hanging it up in a tree.
You're hanging up in the tree. Okay.
You're hanging it in the tree.
Oh,
It's
I was
made-
gonna
wait,
bury
it-
mine in the ground.
Bury
Yeah,
it in the
isn't
ground
it
by the tree.
stone?
Yeah, it's made of like
Yeah, but if I
stone
bury
and
it,
natural
then
materials.
Yeah, okay, well then yeah, we'll put it on the ground and bury it. If it's made out of stone.
Yeah.
It'll blend in.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
I would like
I don't think that's how that
Wait,
works.
I don't think so.
I would like one of you who is doing the burying and the disguising to make a survival check.
I can do that. I have a +6.
You're
Sure.
Miss Mold Earth.
I would probably say Zephyr just starts digging a hole, and she got 16.
Okay. It takes you a little bit because it's two sets of armor. They're kind of hiding and
No one
and
wants to
digging.
help.
Well, I assume it's you and Cain doing it.
Oh, so then you get to roll at an advantage because I'm helping.
No. Because
That's
Yeah,
the rule
it's
of help.
that's not what I was saying. Sure, you can help dig a hole, but you don't need to roll for that. Thank you.
Okay.
But as you kind of place them all in, and kind of Zephyr is kind of the one disguising it, hence the roll. You think that they look pretty covered. Like anything that would be kind of sticking out, just kind of looks like maybe natural material or jagged rocks that are kind of around the tree. You think you did pretty good. But for both your character sheets, I would like you to unequip your armor, please and thank you.
Done and done.
So if you go to inventory and uncheck that, so
Can I swap out with my leather, or did we just say that we're not having that?
I would say
Or my
you could
original?
probably. Well, that's up to you guys. If you guys would rather switch out and you want to do that, then you can equip the other armor then. Because
I'm gonna-
Cain had to change her So yes, you could essentially bring that along. It's not like plate mail. And leather armor, I would think you'd probably be able to actually fold up or whatever.
Yeah, it was just whatever I was wearing before the breastplate.
Right. So yes, if you guys want to take the couple minutes to change, 5 minutes to switch out your armor, you can totally do that. That is totally fine. Rowan, you just kind of see them like bearing this and like switching, changing to clothing. You're just kind of sitting there waiting.
Yep.
Anything you guys are doing? I mean, Cain marked the tree with a friendship bracelet.
Yep.
See, Amdrus will just go, I hope we come get that.
Don't worry, Amdrus. I'll be sure to pick up my friendship bracelet again.
Good.
I'm gonna say
Nevertheless.
after I'm done. There, that should be good. You think that'll blend in enough?
Yeah, I think so.
It's been a little bit since I've had to do anything like this.
All right. You guys just heading towards Crowpoint?
Well, so how is Rowan? Rowan says that they can get us in. What's your plan, Rowan?
I know the guard.
All right, work your magic.
All right.
Easy peasy.
And
Oh,
then,
sure.
out of curiosity, now that we've seen you, can we get a character description?
Yeah.
Yes, if
Yeah,
you would like to
so-
fully describe the character now.
Yeah, so
Right. Don't think I saw a picture.
Rowan would be average height. Like I said, like Aurora said, like ashy, dirty blonde hair that goes into like a pale pink at the end, braided. Covered in tattoos, wearing just simple like dark leathers, and sword on her hip, and a bow on her back. Yeah.
Do the
Bad
weapons have
bitch
names?
vibes.
They don't.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'll think about that for next time.
Was that in character or was that out of character?
That is a good question.
Oh, that was of course in character. Like
I figured.
only the most deadly of weapons have names, and which is why.
I didn't name any of mine.
Well, how many guys have you killed with those weapons?
Too many to count. Oh, I actually don't know.
I mean,
I've been
You want
keeping
me
a
to
tab.
count?
Oh, you keep count?
Yeah, I keep count.
All right. good to know.
Candle Snuffer has in this campaign snuffed out 26. Flint and Steel, between the two of them, have only gotten 3. I don't use them very often.
That is true.
And the scythe that you gave me has snuffed out 0. So
I forgot that you were given a scythe and you just kept
Yep.
it. Or a sickle.
yeah, a sickle.
Yeah.
Wand hasn't done very good.
Do you
for
have the
either.
sickle?
No, I gave it
Andrews
back
had
to
that.
you.
Who knows
thought you
at
had
this
that.
point?
Watch the VODs.
Right. I don't
Oh,
keep
boy.
track of your guys' inventory.
No,
All right. Kind of with this new ally in tow, you guys head out a couple
Well,
hundred feet.
don't say ally. You know,
I said it
acquaintance
with
at
the
best.
question mark.
Yeah.
And she kind of walks nonchalant kind of ahead of you guys. You guys can come up to, and once again, for those that have never been here, or those that have been, it would be familiar, you can see this kind of large city is almost fully surrounded by like thick walls made of like stone and cobblestone, very like, I guess for us as a description, like out of character, it's very like classic medieval looking, very like simple like cobblestone, but very bright colors. And as you guys kind of come along the road, you can see the gate, and you can see 2 of the Feathergale Knights, again in that kind of silver and blue armor, kind of standing there and kind of seeing you guys kind of walk up. They kind of get attentive, and you can hear one of them go, "What's your business?"
They're with me. It's all good.
And Rowan, you would know the guards currently on duty. There are 2 male humans. One is Arlo, the other is Devry. So again, that's Arlo and Devry. And kind of Arlo is the one that kind of spoke up, and he kind of like looks at you, Rowan, and goes, "When did you even leave the city?"
I have my ways, love.
You know you're supposed to check in. New friends?
Sorry. Yeah, they're just with me.
I would like.
Just wanted to make sure they didn't get lost.
I would like you to make a persuasion check.
Cool.
I was gonna say deception, but they are technically with you at the moment, so it's not a lie.
Oh, the 10.
Okay. As he kind of like looks at you and like looks to the rest and goes, "Are you guys like travelers? Friends of yours?"
Aye. Travelers, indeed.
It's a weird way to answer. Kind of like looks at everyone else.
How is that a weird way to answer? You asked me a question, I answered.
Said I.
I think it's a weird way to ask a question.
All right, fair enough.
Sorry, some of us were pirates.
But not you.
Aye.
Not.
Maybe don't announce that.
Some of us were born in a sea town. Aye.
I don't.
I feel like Amdrus would be charming these guys.
I was gonna say
As
he's
it's
probably gonna say that we're actually
Rowan
from
hates-
Edgecrest.
We're a traveling band.
Rowan
Dismay,
hates
I feel like-
immediately.
I was gonna say I feel like Amdrus would probably say that we were actually from Edgecrest. I don't know if we want to try throwing a deception check for him.
I mean, sure.
Ha
I will say at disadvantage because
25.
Cain just talked about being from a.
Still
like,
25.
River City or whatever?
18, 19. What's
Okay,
up?
Well,
kinda-
that's some of us.
That's true. They kind of like look at you and just go, "Okay, just letting you know." He kind of like more looks at you, Rowan, and like you kind of know, but guards are active. Unfortunately, this is one of the frontline defenses against the war, and you're walking right into it. So no funny business.
I'll
They're all
make sure
kind.
they behave. Don't worry.
Yes, especially you, Rowan.
Bless you, my son.
It's all part of my charm. You know that.
Thanks. He just kind of goes, "I'm sure it is." And he kind of steps out and he goes, "All right, well, welcome to Crowpoint." And as you guys kind of walk past, with hopefully no suspicion between this new acquaintance of yours and Amdrus, you guys walk into the city, and it kind of opens up into cobblestone streets and all these kind of tightly packed like houses and buildings, kind of in like a fairly organized way, but in a medieval way. So it's not like blocks and squares. It's kind of scattered about, but it isn't like jam packed. It is very clearly well kept. You can see even the walls, while old and probably seen their fair share of battle, especially recently, have been well kept and well kind of fixed. And you guys kind of walk into the first like large city that you guys have been in since coming here in Blooming Vale, aside from like Atim and Joel, who have been in like Cain, which is like twice as big as this place. But for the rest of you, it's quite big. What are you guys doing? What's the plan?
Well, I'm going to ask the question that's on everyone's mind. Do we level up?
No.
We have to finish the job.
Oh, right.
Rowan,
You worked
how
hard.
do we get up into that tower? 'Cause that's where he's at, right?
I don't know. I'm just here to make sure your job gets done. The plan's up to you guys.
Well, you know the city
Well-
pretty well. What would you do?
Sneak my way in.
All right, some of
Well,
us are
for
not very
tonight-
sneaky.
Yeah, that's
care
not.
to
that's-
elaborate? No.
Yeah, you
Clearly.
you don't know us. We're not that sneaky.
I've heard.
Well,
Well,
yep.
I could scout a little bit tonight, and then we can try to figure out a plan from that.
I'll
You can
come
still
with.
wild
I can
shape,
help
of
you out.
course.
I mean,
Well,
I
I
can
was
come with you
thinking
too.
more wild shaping into a creature. It's a lot less noticeable. It generally worked in my favor last time, so I have a little bit of confidence in it.
Fair enough. Just don't get lost.
Well, I'd hope you kind of give general directions, but if I'm looking for the tower, I think I know I can get there.
Okay.
And as you guys are kind of walking through, you can see the streets are busy, and you're kind of like there's a lot of noise, so no one's like necessarily keeping a close listen to your guys' group as you guys are kind of walking through the streets. You can see, and those that have been here before would know that it's the city is almost kind of on an incline, nearing the back of it. Kind of a cliff edge almost, and on that cliff edge is this large spire that you guys can see easily. Even just like walking up to the city, you could see it. Pretty much anywhere in town, you can see what is known as the Vendor Spire. For those that have been here would know. And you can see kind of on the pretty much. You guys came in from the west side. It's kind of on the north end, so you guys are decently close to it. If you want to go straight there, you're more than welcome to, but it is early morning.
During the day.
Afternoon time. Or noon. So if you're waiting for time...
I mean- Yeah, I
We can
do
scope out the city.
suggest getting a plan in order first, but not just, runs in, blades swinging.
Well,
You said that
no.
you've heard
we
of
don't
That
us?
is kind of a plan.
We don't really do plans
don't
to a
do-
full extent, but we do know that I can at least try wild shape and scout tonight, so we'll have to wait till tomorrow anyways.
We play around with the idea of a plan.
Oh, this is gonna be
We'll
fun.
be fine.
So maybe we should find an. Do you think there's an inn close by?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Rowan, you would know one of the more popular inns, and kind of the one that immediately jumps to your mind is the Blue Cauldron, which is kind of more in the center of the town, kind of.
Cool. Yeah, so center of town, Blue Cauldron. Should be fine for you guys.
Lovely. Let's head there first.
Right. Kind of pushing past everyone kind of running through or that are kind of walking around. You guys can get to the center of town, which you can see there's like in the very middle a statue of Pelor. Joel, you would know as again, the Blooming Vale is primary deity is Pelor. You can see a kind of large, very well decorated, like armored humanoid creature, but there is no head. It is just a kind of shining light, and those that have been here know this is kind of like at night is lit up and kind of gives off a bunch of light, kind of like a sun for a head almost. And as you get there, you can see on one side is kind of a large temple built very similar like the one in Shadeborough. It is another temple of all face. But you can see that it's very primarily like Pelor focused. And kind of across the way and kind of down on like a north road, almost heading kind of in the direction of the Vendor Tower or Spire, is the Blue Cauldron. You can see a kind of 3-story building. The first story is kind of built out of like stone with these kind of archways, and the second and third story kind of overhang a bit to give like balconies, and it's kind of a half timber building with like a blue slated kind of roof, and the wood beams kind of painted blue, and it kind of gives this like pop of blue against a lot of the gray and whites and browns that you see. And as you kind of walk in, it kind of gives this like beautiful kind of with the overhang and like these cobblestone arches to the door. Kind of there's some like hanging plants to kind of give it this more kind of beautiful kind of look. And yeah, you guys can walk in. You can see at this point, kind of walking all the way through town, it's probably getting closer to lunch. So it's getting kind of busy. You can hear a lot of people. You can see a lot of humans and halflings, some gnomes, and you can see a couple of the patrons kind of running around. Clearly it's getting busy and they're taking orders and running back and forth, and kind of at the desk in the back you can see a halfling man, kind of a short, like dark brown hair, that's kind of spiky, kind of calling out to them and getting drinks and stuff like that. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess I should just getting some rooms for the night.
Yeah.
Joel, you do look a bit overcome by the storm, so I think it's probably best that you get some rest before we do anything.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired because that guy looks really hot to me, and I don't. Is he hot or am I just tired?
Well,
He's
let's
sitting
find
at that
out.
desk, and I don't know.
I mean, this place seems very homey for you, or...
You're tired. You're very fucking tired.
I see it. I can see it.
Okay, yeah, I think it's
Oh my god.
night time for Joel.
But you
Yeah.
still
Well, I mean,
fucking
it's still midday, but
Yeah, it's still very much like lunch.
I'm just saying in general we should have rooms.
Well, yeah, take a nap.
Well, if you
we'll
want,
go-
yeah, take a nap and we can
we'll go
come
buy
back.
stuff, maybe.
Ooh, shopping trips.
Nah, actually, I don't have any money. Never mind.
Yeah, we're all pretty broke after the
There's, like,
last shopping
nice.
excursion, I think.
That's true.
I like
hey,
looked over. I'm like, oh, wait a
plenty of
second.
money, but
Someone
Window
affords
shopping is an option. Kill some time.
Is there an adventurers guild? Maybe we can find some side quests.
that's
Uh,
yeah. See, this is what you do.
There's definitely not an adventurers guild. That's not really common here in the Blooming Vale.
Is there someone, like, when we walk out of the inn, is there someone who says this letter needs to get to the king?
Yeah.
But how do I get it there?
Unfortunately,
And they
no.
just keep repeating that over and over.
No.
Anyone have any trouble with some
There-
wild boar just chilling out, being
No.
overrun?
I
There's
mean,
not
if,
like
if
a
you
random
guys-
goblin squad outside that needs to be vanquished.
Right.
There's
Anybody
not
need-
like
need-
zombies that broke into the
Need some trees
tavern
chopped?
and stole the recipes. and now
mean,
you have to go and
at the absolute
relinquish that.
most, at the most you probably could find if you walked around the city for a bit, you could probably find Feathergale Knights, kind of recruiting people for the war, like mercenaries, good pay.
You want to do
kind
3
of-
out of 4?
No, I'm not
Um,
joining a third side. No.
I mean,
It's called the Dungeons and Dragons hat trick. We literally can't lose.
fair point.
You join,
I mean,
join all
you
the
could.
sides, okay? Join
Um,
all the sides.
I mean, there's always pickpocketing.
And
No.
you
Okay, I don't
hear.
wanna inconvenience the locals. I mean, come on.
Who said we were
Only
doing
the rich.
locals? You know how much money these fucking Feathergale losers make?
Oh, and yeah.
Should we be doing
point.
that when we're trying to blend in at the moment?
That's what I do for fun.
Well, let's get
You
a
dare
let's get a
pickpocket
room and we can
us.
start like we can
Second
start
Please.
coming up with a
I have,
plan.
I have orders. You're fine. I'm not gonna pickpocket you.
I don't know if I can trust you just yet.
Cool.
Yeah, you know what? I would feel very comfortable. You said that you're from here. Just go back to your mom and dad's. We'll handle it from here.
Actually, they own a really wonderful bakery. You should stop by sometime.
Okay, I'm listening.
Ambros's
Immediately.
ears are perked up.
Yeah, Amdrus and
Yeah.
your team are like, ooh, a bakery.
Okay, bakery. Hello.
Nothing like a good old ma and pa bakery, am I right?
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna handle our rooms, and then we're gonna go get desserts. Oh, cool.
Perfect.
So as
Walk up to the
the,
guy.
I assume you walk up and you can see again, like once you kind of push past a lot of the like crowd and everything, you can get to the innkeep, you can see that he is wearing like pretty simple clothes. Like he has like a nice like jacket on that kind of like pop collar, but it's nothing too fancy. But you can see, and you would notice this very quickly, he wears a lot of like jewelry. Like he has a lot of rings, he has earrings, necklaces, very like, and you can see a lot of them are kind of carved with different symbols, almost kind of like talismans or symbols of different kind of things. Lots of blues and reds. And as you kind of walk up, he kind of like looks up and he goes, it's not often you see a blue man walk in. And he kind of...
I am quite rare sight, as are your embellishments.
Thank you. I'm very well protected, as I'm sure you can tell.
Protected?
Well, you know, with everything going on, you can't be too safe. Got charms and talismans protecting from bad luck, having good fortune, hope the war doesn't get too close or break through the trees. You know, stuff like that. Been keeping...
Can these things be found locally within the city? Or are these,
Well, it's more of a connection I have, but maybe. We'll see. I can see if I can get anything. Is there something you'd like?
Well, I mean, I might be interested. In the meantime, I'd like to purchase a couple rooms.
Of course, of course. How many are you looking for? And we have rooms of 1, 2, or 3 beds.
Let's take 2 rooms with 3 beds.
2 rooms, 3 beds? Just for the night? Or you can pay like a week in advance?
We'll
do
do
you
it
want a
tonight.
balcony suite? You have those options as well?
Definitely a balcony.
Oh my god,
Perfect.
you're gonna love the view from here.
And he kind of looks in and he goes, Rowan, friends of yours?
Yeah, just showing
Ah,
them around, you know.
yeah. She is right. We have a great view. You can see the Vinder Tower, the spire looks beautiful at night with all the lights and the moonlight glimmering. Just saying.
Lovely, can't wait.
Cool.
Perfect.
Cool,
Well,
cool.
just for the night, for a balcony suite, it is 4 gold. And then just do you want 2 balcony suites, or is this just
Yes,
like
2 balcony suites.
Well, for ease sake, it's like going through the thing. He goes, I have 2 right next to each other, so 4 gold each
Wow, perfect.
per night. And he goes, and
I will pay him the
Oh.
8 gold, and I will give him an extra 2 gold to keep for himself.
as you kind of stuff, he goes, you know what? I like you so much, Rowan. You have the best friends, and forgive me. Where is my manners? My name is Danver Flintdown. What is yours? Or Flint Dreams.
Denver, nice to meet you. My name is Atayim.
Team. What a name. Or what a person. I'm very excited you're here. And he goes, is there anything else I can get you? Do you need food? You look like travelers. Have you been traveling all day?
Oh, I'm gonna bring them to mom and dad's, and they're gonna have some like lovely baked goods.
You can see kind of like gives you a look and goes, fine. I guess that's okay.
I can bring you some. Don't worry.
Better. I like those
Yep,
sweet
I'll be
tarts.
back for dinner.
Noted.
And we'll be back for dinner, definitely.
Well, we got steak on the menu tonight, along with many other stews and lots of hearty stuff. So,
What type of
Listen.
stew?
like potato stew, we have boar stew, potato
Is there
stew.
any local delicacies that I should know about Aurora? I
You
hear
know
that
what?
Crowpoint has been known for their
No.
flatbread.
Hilly.
You know what? Sure.
Yeah, but what makes their flatbread so special, Aurora? I've only
they
heard
have
rumors.
all kinds. They have. The first thing that popped in my head was cinnamon.
Oh,
I'm here.
Cinnamon
Here.
flatbread. There,
Cinnamon
we
and
have-
raisins.
Yeah, cinnamon raisin
for the
flatbread. We
cinnamon.
have like
What are
fruit
A little bit of
lines.
Beaver
nutmeg.
tails?
A little bit of nutmeg.
Yes.
They're beaver tails. It's fine. It's fine.
Yes. Yeah.
What's a
there-
beaver tail?
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's a
That's a
literal beaver
Canadian
tail,
thing.
obviously.
I guess that's probably a Canadian thing.
It's a
Um,
pastry. It's like a big flat pastry. Sorry. I
Or-
forgot.
or like an
Maybe
elephant
we
some
have-
elephant ears.
We do
I
have
like that.
those.
We have bear
Yeah.
claws. So,
No,
Yeah,
no,
we have
bear
bear claws
claws
and
are
elephant
different.
ears.
Yeah.
Elephant
Yeah.
ears is more similar to a beaver tail, but beaver tails are
Yes.
better because they're Canadian.
I agree.
Facts.
Sure.
Okay, sure, yeah.
This is great. Half
Alright.
Canadian, half US. This is great. Just realized that.
Dang, we were just winning beforehand.
But with that, you guys are given keys, and you can see they're very nice, like crafted keys. You can see there's little like sapphires built into them. You don't know if they're real sapphires or not, but there is.
They better not be. Oh my god!
But little like blue gemstones, and then there is like a little leather like, what's it called? Like with the number on it, little name
Tag?
Binding.
Sure. I don't know what
Tag?
it's called. Tag. Yeah, like a little leather tag. Yeah.
Sar's
Shush.
coming in clutch.
Yes, I was just gonna
Definitely
say.
has never had a beaver tail, but knows everything that there is to know about it. The classic Sar's dilemma.
Amazing. Love it.
Yes.
Thank you, Silas.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys have rooms for the night at the Blue Cauldron.
Precious.
We go up to the rooms.
Yeah, we need to make a plan.
Does Rowan come with? Out
Yep.
of character.
I was gonna say I would
Yeah.
prefer to have pastries as we talk business, but
I would
Well-
prefer the friends that we keep close and not the acquaintances we keep closer. But that's just me.
well,
Well,
they're
I also
on
want
the
to have a
same
conversation
team.
with Rowan.
We
May
don't
have-
know this. She just said pickpocketing for fun.
You
Doesn't
guys
sound
are
very
here to
fun me.
assassinate somebody.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Hello?
loud,
Hello?
sweetheart.
Like, come on.
Your point is?
Yeah,
He knew what he was getting into.
yeah.
We're not here to inconvenience the people.
Yeah,
We're
that's
here to liberate
that is-
them.
That is exactly what I was saying before, Atahi.
Well, with that, you
So
kind of
ask me
walk
how I
up
felt.
these kind of wooden stairs into. So you have the balcony ones are on the second floor. So you have kind of off to the side. It's like an L-shaped building. So you kind of have to go up and go down. But then there are two doors kind of adjacent to each other. That are kind of your numbers, will say 3 and 4. I don't know. And you guys kind of can just all go into one, and you can see that it's a very nice like, it's a 3-bed, so it's like obviously one of the larger rooms, and it's very well furbished. Lots of like pops of blues seems to be kind of the main thing. Furbished, is that the right word?
Furnished.
Furnished. Yeah, I was like that didn't sound right, but I'm just gonna go with it. And you can see kind of the 3 beds are very nicely made, each kind of having their own little like side tables. And you have like a little door that kind of and a window that leads out to the balcony. And you can see kind of the spire off in the distance, and there's some like hanging plants on there, and it's very nice and quaint. Very cozy.
Hanging plants. Like, oh, cool. I'll tell you,
Okay,
walks
so-
in, opens the door, throws things just on the first bed, directly out to the balcony, opens curtains, windows, go out,
Yep.
looks out into the world.
I want to then kind of follow suit of Atame, and I want to toss my stuff just kind of like on the floor in between like 2 of the beds. And I want to turn around and look at Rowan, kind of like in a perky but slightly sassy remark. So, do you have any tips on how to get to the spire? I'd love to hear anything that might help me out for scouting tonight. And kind of puts her hands on her hips a little bit.
I like your attitude.
Oh, she said.
She's not gonna say
That's all she
anything.
says. She doesn't say
No.
anything else.
I
I'm
feel like
thinking, okay.
sits and like bounce on one of the.
I think she would try. She would kind of just like once she hears it, I was like, okay, and then just like waiting for an answer. She's more doing this to see how much she can trust the new person.
How much would I know about getting into the spire?
So you would know that kind of on because as the town kind of goes up onto that cliff, the tower is built like almost on the edge of town. Like there's its own kind of it's like connected to the town, but it's not in the town. Like it's not within the walls. And it's like set on this on like off the side of the cliff, so that it's like a good few hundred feet up from the bottom. So it'd be like a good like if you were trying to climb from the bottom, it would be a good climb, and that kind of their trade-off for having like like no walls around the spire. It's not easy unless you're flying to get into the bottom. And you would know that there is kind of this like drawbridge that connects the edge of this cliff into the essential first floor. It technically is the second floor, but you know, of the tower, and it is well guarded pretty much at all times. And that the tower itself, because you guys kind of would see it, so I could describe it. It is like very massive. It is like the tallest point for like miles. You could probably see it. And it's kind of built from like white limestone and embellished with like marble.
Marvel.
Yeah. And what kind of resembles kind of in the sun and even in the moon, kind of like a gleaming sword that's kind of piercing the sky. You can see that like kind of as it kind of rises in each of its like levels or floors, there's like tall windows that kind of go up. And then the very top is flat. And you often see like the like griffin riders perch up there, and who knows what they do up there, but you can see a lot of them land up there. And there's like kind of a point to it. But they're like, other than like climbing up the side of this giant cliff a few hundred feet to like the stables that are at the bottom, or like going through the main entrance, it's not the easiest place to get in, and that is on purpose.
Okay. The thing is, it would be ideal if we could try to kill him in a way that doesn't draw attention to us, so we're going to be able to escape, because I think killing him and then escaping is going to be probably the hardest part. So perhaps there's a way that we can kill him but not bring attention to ourselves at the same time. I was thinking, you know, Ataim, you and I went in on a bottle of poison. What if...
We did, I forgot about that.
What if Zephyr wild shaped into something, sneaks into his area, and poisons him? Then it just wouldn't, you know, who would think of us right away? Like, you know, we might be able to get away with that easier than a battle.
Rowan, I have a question.
Shoot.
Do they like animals of any sort? Is there something I could blend in as, like a cat or a dog?
Griffin? I don't know.
A griffin?
They
Actually,
ride
I
griffins. Like, that's...
Griffins
But would the griffins be inside the spire?
No. But...
You know the bottom level is like stables. Like you would see a lot of times, if they're not perching on top, they would like fly into the bottom, and there's like big open like stables that they land in. Other than that,
It is
Yeah,
Crowpoint.
so
I
there's
think
the
crows are
stables, but
common.
that's...
Crowpoint. What do you think, Cain? I think you'd prefer just a smash, right?
I mean, it's what we're good
Cain
at.
Smash. Is it though?
I will say that I have
You
been
are
told-
famously good at getting smashed.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, and you guys are famously famous for not getting smashed. So we really complement each other. So
I
like,
did just to let you, sorry to interrupt, but I did in the group
Yes.
put a picture of what the spire kind of looks like, and it is very massive. In the picture, you can see like a giant bird. Like that is a massive bird. It's like a large creature, and yeah.
Fucking
so
nuts.
like I like the idea of Zephyr wild shaping. However, I don't think that there's any shape that she could wild into.
Stop.
Thank you. That would like go more or less unnoticed. You know, just as a power metagamer, you just don't have fly speed like
True.
until you're higher level, and like
Well, yeah, that outside of
think
character, I
it's-
know that, but that's why she also mentioned like the dog and the cat, for
Mhm,
example.
mhm.
Like a mouse or a rat.
Yeah, I was gonna just do a rat because I have
We're
I
great in the dungeons.
Will
I don't know,
say-
DM, would you allow it? Like, because the idea was gonna be if she could wild shape into a creature and like swallow the bottle, but then this is gonna sound gross. Regurgitate it back up to poison, whatever
How big is
his
the
food
bottle?
was. Well, yeah,
Depending
okay,
the
actually, how
creature,
big?
and I mean the vial is like it's like a good, like it's a vial.
But when you
Well,
wild shape
there's
everything
different
that's
size
on you,
files. That's why I was thinking it was a small one.
when you
It's
wild
not like a
shape
small
everything that's
thing,
on
like,
you
it's like
just comes with you.
Oh wait, this is the poison, right?
Yeah.
The, like,
Yeah,
the-
the
so it
poison
would
for the
it would
commander,
be
the commander's
decently
poison.
small. Yeah.
How dare you?
Right. Yes. Yeah. It would be like a decently small kind of just simple like tube vial kind of looking thing. It would be kind of non-discreet and easy to like hide because it's made full of poison. It's kind of the point. So there is that, but I would say
Nice.
you never checked what kind of poison this is, or
No, we didn't.
asked about like how deadly it is. It could be super deadly. It could just be an inconvenience. It could make them have diarrhea. You have no idea.
Well, what better place to strike than on the throne?
Exactly.
Test
You're
it
going to
right
Cain?
now.
Just kidding. To the king.
What's
To
the,
the
what's the
king.
worst that's gonna happen? I die? Pfft, been there, done that.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes.
Should I be concerned?
Yes, you have.
yes.
No.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
But I mean, are there any other ideas?
Survived him. It's okay.
It's an everyday
I
thing.
will say, I have been told that I need to ensure that this job gets done. So you can't go alone. My reputation's on the line here, and I'm not gonna let chance.
All right. Well,
Oh,
let's.
honey, you don't know us.
Oh, honey, you don't know me.
All right. Well, it would be foolish not to explore all of our strengths and weaknesses and things like that. So we know our strengths. What are some of your areas of expertise, especially if you are guaranteed to be on the strike team?
Sneaking. Combat.
Okay, but are you allowed to be in the spire? Would they allow that?
I'm gonna say no. I assume no, DM.
Typically, it's only like Feathergale Knights and those of.
So how do you plan on getting in?
My job isn't to get in. My job is to make sure your job gets done.
Yes, well, I can't draw a lot of attraction to me if I am wild shaping and trying to sneak in. So therefore, I have to go alone.
Nope.
How are you planning on getting in with me then? Please tell me. Because you're gonna make my job that much harder.
I don't know. I can sneak in. Try to sneak in, I guess.
Make a. It's a history check, Rowan.
Cool. Oh, that was it's so fucking cocked. I'm so mad. It was on a 17.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
No.
I the most I can give you is like you've seen like non-Feathergale Knight members go into the tower, like just like go through like the main gate. You have no idea if they're like known, if they're new recruits, if they're like have like a letter of recommendation. You have no idea. But it's not like you have to be like in full armor necessarily to go in kind of thing.
Okay. Who knows? Maybe we can bring them some baked treats and sell them like Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scout
now
cookies
canon
invented.
It'd be a lot easier
Yep,
for me
I
to
was like,
sneak in.
Girl Scout cookies are now canon.
I'm
You
okay for
forgot to put fantasy in front of it, so they're
Fantasy
fantasy
Girl
Girl
Scout.
Scout.
that. Right.
Sorry. But I'm sure I can find a way. I'm just saying, I'm not about to put this job on chance.
Fine.
So, bakery?
That's all I'm saying.
I guess so.
Oh, there it is. I was looking for something.
Sorry.
Rowan, as you just kind of like get up, like, all right.
All right.
Oh, also, just so you know, don't mention the whole assassination, shifting tides business to my parents. Thanks.
I mean,
Right.
we also
Because,
can't
you
give
know,
away our identity either, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
but
good thinking.
I live here.
Yeah.
Bit more of a reputation.
we'll see.
well, we
Alright.
don't want anybody hunting any of us down. So I think we're on the same page.
I wasn't saying we weren't.
All right. With that, you guys have a room or two. You guys can get up and follow Rowan back down into the city streets, and kind of down kind of a weave of Rowan. You've walked this many times. You know exactly where you are. Everyone else, you can just see like she's just kind of weaving through a bunch of like the inner paths and streets. Kind of seems sketchy at one point, but it's faster. It's a quicker way to get there.
It's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
Eventually, you guys come to a small, like, one-story little building, super simplistic and like nothing too extravagant or fancy. But you can see a little sign, kind of hanging sign that says "Tallner's Baked Goods." And kind of as you walk in, kind of there's like the like small little like windowed door. As you kind of walk in, there's a little bell. And you can just see like a pretty simple, like nothing too. There's some racks with some like breads and pastries on kind of display, and then the countertop. And Rowan, you walk in to see, I guess it would be your mother, currently watching the store. And because we never discussed this, I'm just going to throw you on the bus. Would you like to describe what she looks like to everyone else?
Yeah, so I would picture her to be kind of like a shorter, thinner woman, kind of like permanent scowl on her face. Also having the same kind of like dirty blonde hair, kind of up in like a messier bun. Basic dress, apron. Yeah.
And as you guys kind of walk in, you can immediately smell like the smell of like freshly baked bread and pastries just kind of filling the air. It smells great. It's nice and cozy and like, yeah, very simple and cozy and like I wanted to say homely, but I know that's not really what it means in my head. And you can see this human woman kind of there and goes, Rowan, are you here to help out?
No, I brought friends.
I see. That's as you kind of like one by one walk in, like the two human looking ones and then a dragonborn and a blue man walk in. She just kind of goes,
And an
and an ogre. An ogre.
An ogre walks in.
Mold.
Just some
An
ogre
orc.
that happened to follow us in. You know.
And an orc.
Oops.
And just like as you guys kind of walk in, you can see just she gets more and more surprised. She goes, "How can I help you? Any
What
pastries?"
a lovely place we have here. Yes.
Thank you.
Is there a display? Like what
There
normal
is
bakeries
like
have,
some
or-
like on like racks and like some displays of like tarts and like little cakes and kind of breads and stuff like that.
I just
do
wanna-
they have any
Shit right
specialty
now.
breads? Aurora?
It's all specialty.
I don't know.
God.
Rowan, Celeste, this is your creation. Does your
Ooh,
family have some
ooh.
specialty?
Yeah, I'll get some like fruitier or more like pastry bread, like banana bread or banana pecan bread or something.
All right.
Some
I wanna
cinnamon
say-
raisin bread.
There we go. Bring back the cinnamon. Let's go.
Alright,
Yeah.
I
all
love
comes
cinnamon. It's
specialty.
always on my brain.
Everybody has it.
Does everyone have it though?
I don't know. You tell me.
If it's Crowpoint's like specialty, of course
I'm
everyone
looking for a tort.
Yeah,
Do we have a tort?
obviously.
There's many little all kinds of things. What would you guys like?
I just wanted to say that like when once we walk in, Zindig is gonna go up to like the display and kind of just like look around, kind of like hopping very excitedly, and Zephyr's gonna follow her.
It's a little like penguin on fire. Which, by the way, Rowan, I guess she's been there the entire time, but just been following Zephyr around. And I like how you guys didn't introduce each other, so you guys technically don't know each other's names really.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we don't.
I mean, you would know Rowan's name because the guard mentioned it, but
And the parents.
And my
And the
name, because
parents.
if she was listening to when I introduced myself to the guy.
I would have.
right, yes.
Yes.
And
Assumed Rowan knew a lot about us.
well,
Yeah, she's
That's
heard
true.
about us.
you don't know.
Yeah.
She might know
don't.
all you guys, but just saying.
We don't.
And as Zephyr's, you're like excitedly going around, and your penguin's just following, and you can see the mother just go, "That thing better not burn down my shop." And she like looks at you, Rowan.
Chill out for 5 seconds. It'll be fine.
Do I hear
she-
this? I'm assuming.
Yes.
I want to look over. And I was just like, don't worry, she can't burn anything unless I command her to, and I definitely wouldn't burn down your shop. It's very
It'd be a
quaint. in here.
shame if something happened.
And she seems
to
very
her.
excited, so I would hate to do
Gosh,
that.
Cain.
Well, I hope not. Thank you.
No, she's super friendly, unless I tell her otherwise.
Yeah, but mom's
I'm
not.
Kind of goes. Well, what can I? Do you need? We have some freshly baked breads. We have some of our banana bread done recently as well. Any tarts? Just going off what you said.
Do it. Yeah.
I want to
Some
look over
cinnamon
at Zindig and
rolls.
see what
Oh, no.
she's interested in, and I want to say that she probably like perked up a little bit at the tart. We're just gonna go with that. I'll get a tart.
Well, we sell them in packs. Do you want just like a half a dozen?
Sure. And I want to
Uh,
look over at the party. Do you guys want tarts?
Yes, can we get a variety pack?
I can do that. Yes.
Whatever you think is great.
Or just half a dozen is 6 copper.
Yes.
And she kind of like goes over and starts like kind of placing them in like a little box and like ties
Oh,
it with a bow.
I also need some for the innkeeper. I promised him I'd get him some.
Are you gonna
I
be
feel
paying
like
for it?
Amdrus would try to buy just like
Yeah.
an obnoxious amount of.
Do you have any
goods.
flour and
Probably.
eggs?
Oh,
I want to give 8 copper
Just flour.
instead,
okay.
just as a little tip, and to calm her worries about burning the shop down.
Fair point.
I'll give her just a full gold piece.
a bit. I'm looking for something.
Drop a gold
More.
piece to your mother, and she goes. That will cover a lot of the other stuff that I know you take from the back.
Wow, you
Uh,
pickpocket your own family, eh?
Interesting.
you know,
You knew
when
those
you leave in the
family
morning.
secrets.
Not bad.
And she kind of gathers, and she just kind of goes, "This is for Mr. Flint Dream, yes, of the Blue Cauldron.
Yes.
I will get his usual." She kind of like goes back
Thanks,
and
Mom.
gathers like a half a dozen of
I
them.
definitely wrote down the wrong name.
I said it wrong the first time, so I apologize. But it is Flint Dream. It is Danver Flint Dream.
He's a dream.
Yeah, what's the crust made out of? Is it like a graham or is it like
I should
Stop.
just have
Like
Grim
regular,
in.
okay,
Who's-
like regular pastries.
Who's Graham?
I'm gonna say a
Pastry, though.
variety of custard and fruit flavors.
I should just have Grim here to. Talk
That I'm
to-
I called
asking
Grim.
them.
I
We're-
called Grim.
we're
I was like, give me
iterating
fruit
them.
We've-
varieties.
We've
I don't know what I'm doing.
yes, gluten.
Yeah, what are the
Didn't think
6
about that
different
until right
tart
now.
flavors? I'm curious now.
yeah, like, that's
oh
what
God.
I
She said a
specifically
variety.
got a
She didn't say she
variety
gave you
pack.
exactly
She
6.
said a variety. Yes.
There is a bunch of different types of fruit kinds. There is like
Elderberry.
I'm feeling very cinnamon
yeah,
and custard.
custard, fruits, cinnamons,
That's what
cream
I'm feeling.
tarts.
It's,
Mhm.
I'll tell you must have ordered.
As I
Also,
look in the chat and Grim's just saying all that.
Only in
Any-
D&D do you go to a fucking bakery. Like no,
Yes.
no other games you spend time like going to a fucking
In a
bakery.
They
bakery.
have,
I wanna get to a
Give me
bakery
explicit
now.
details about the
Right.
the
I
ins
need
and outs of this bakery.
explicit.
They have
Okay.
some
I need
pies.
the
So how-
recipes.
How long have you been running?
Do you want
be
to
doing
talk
this.
trade routes? Fuck no, that's boring. Like, let's talk bakery. What's
talk
the
bakery.
aesthetic? Is it like cottagecore? Like, is it
Yes.
A
comfy?
little, yes. Yeah.
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 Medieval cottage
Ooh.
core. Yeah. It's very.
Ooh, medieval.
I
cottage
think
core.
that's
like
just
a
called
mix of
core.
core. It's just core.
I mean, if there's plants
Um,
inside, Zephyr's all about it.
They have like the few like
yeah.
outside. They don't really have too much inside. Maybe like one in the corner to like liven
Maybe
up
like a
that
flower
corner.
bed out
Plant is it?
front.
Or just
Yeah.
dig some out and put them inside. No.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
not
like,
even
I thought this
DMing
could be.
We can have some house plants.
Oh my god.
Um,
Artame's gonna inquire about any like beverage options.
Coffee.
Oh.
Sure. All right.
And tea.
I guess.
Amdrus
guess
would
Coffee
love.
and tea.
Coffee.
They sell
Amdrus
some
is
tea
happy.
and coffee.
Amdrus would love. I'm
Amdrus
here for it. A nice
buys the
herbal
coffee.
tea.
All right. We'll say that like is like 2 copper for like a little mug of herbal tea that you can take
Yes.
out. It's very simple.
Like-
It's like almost like getting those like styrofoam cups and that you can just like take and leave. It's like nothing really fancy.
Perfect.
Quality.
Where did they get
Quality.
fantasy styrofoam?
I said it's the equivalent
The
of
equivalent.
like getting a styrofoam. Like it's just like a simple little like
It's a
wooden cup.
takeaway cup. Okay.
It's
Yeah, you can
soapstone. I don't know.
There we go.
Oh man.
Christ. I
Okay.
didn't realize I had to go this much detail in my notes. God damn.
Right?
We just asked about the different tarts.
Do you know?
Like,
Do you know us?
Good point.
You have to
We
go into
should've-
detail about
how far
everything.
in? 29
should've-
sessions?
Yeah. Look. You still amaze me sometimes. Other times you guys don't give a shit. You're like, cool, there's a bakery. Let's not even go in there. And I was like, I put
You
too
know,
much detail. So now I don't
it-
put enough detail and you guys get mad at me. God
It
damn.
depends.
Oh,
Put all the detail on everything.
Or none at all.
Or none at all.
Just
yeah,
really
yeah. Just say it's a bakery.
There's no in between.
Shut up and get out.
Alrighty. Yeah.
alright.
So yeah.
So yeah, is there
Herbal
like, do you want
tea,
to buy like breads and everything? We'll say like, I don't know. Do you guys want to buy a bunch? Or are you just buying the tarts that you guys got? Is there anything else you guys would like?
Just
No?
on them. I
Okay.
don't have a sweet tooth. I don't care.
Live with a sweet.
Yeah,
I-
a lot of the tarts are on the sweet side. It definitely like there's not enough savory options. I found.
There's breads.
Well, there's like herbed bread. I would say there's also like herbed bread and like maybe plain scones if you really want to get
They're
fancy.
like a cheesy bread.
Like a scone.
Sure.
Like a-
Like crazy
Why
bread.
not?
No.
Marinara
Well, I
does.
didn't know if
God,
they would have
yes.
that back then, like a parm crusted like
Cheese.
bread type
Sure.
thing,
Sure.
or
Why
Asiago,
not?
something like that.
Why not?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I don't know what they would call it back then. We just have Asiago here.
Sure.
So the
So
equivalent.
fucking bakery. Sure, why not?
Random insert random cheese you get from cow here.
Oh, actually, I do think that there is a source book that details a
God.
couple of different cheeses.
Oh my god. Anyways, please.
Okay. Anyways, I just want to say, Zephyr would probably get a loaf of the
Shut them.
any type of cheesy bread. Cheesy bread.
Okay.
Just go with that.
We'll say that like it's 4 copper for like a full loaf of like fresh. breads.
Let's go.
Well, that's what you said. A loaf. A loaf.
Yes,
What,
there's a
not-
bunch of cheeses.
Of course
Wait,
you
what?
did find it.
Yeah, there's Arabellan cheddar, Escada, Chessington lotus cheese, death cheese, Ditherers
cheese,
red,
there we go.
Tyrian gray, farmer's cheese,
Oh my
green
God.
Calishite.
I cannot believe
It's farmer's
this.
cheese.
What the fuck
Farmer's
is going on right now?
cheese.
This is the session. Okay.
I'm so
We're here-
sorry.
We're here for fantasy.
I just had to pick a
cheeses.
bakery. I just had to pick a bakery.
Yeah.
Termish
no,
brick.
Mm.
I
just
Ooh,
said
farmer's
cheesy
brick
bread.
sounds really
And
good.
it's
It's a sweet,
farmer's
crumbly
cheese.
burgundy.
You're
As
welcome.
you guys
Red wax.
spend your time looking through everything, getting
Great.
tarts for the innkeeper, getting tart and breads for yourselves, that is where we're, thank God, gonna cut it here and go on a break.
Lorraine spring cheese is also known as.
And if
half-face
on break you
cheese.
guys want to decide more what you want, let
We're
me
still
fucking know.
talking
I'll just
about
throw it.
cheese.
With that, we will be going on a break. It'll be like, a short, like 10-15 minute break. So if you guys need to go get to some bread or tarts, apparently cheese bread, whatever the fuck you guys need to get, or go to the bathroom, go do that. We will be right back. See you soon.
I did it twice, but it's okay.
No one was replying, so I counted you guys down.
I was watching.
We were
I watched
rolling
the
if
first time.
Rowan was hot. That's
Zephyr
what we
finds
were
Rowan
on.
very hot.
All right, well that just happened.
And would fuck too, because it was an 18.
Oh my god.
Yo, let's go.
Oh gosh. There we go. Welcome back, everybody. What a way to come back.
You're welcome, chat.
Yeah.
Expect nothing less.
I mean, it
That's
is
true.
us, so.
Yeah, that's very true. If anyone missed the first half of our session, our wonderful group wandered along the road, got caught in a storm again, and lots of storms apparently in the region, and continued your way to getting until you got to Crowpoint, where the Vinder's Spire is located, and your target, Commander Thurl Moroska, is apparently located. Doing so, you ran into a friend, ally, also part of the Shifting Tides, apparently sent to help and, make sure the job is done. And you guys got into town. You went to the Blue Cauldron, got rooms, then went to Rowan's family's bakery and asked way too many questions for your own good. And that is where we come back. Not a lot happened. You guys got freshly baked goods. I assume you are heading back to the tavern. Or do you want to wander around? It is a large city.
Let's wander. Let's get a lay of the land.
Sure. I would like... We'll have
Where's
you
the-
all make a perception check. What were you going to ask there?
They say, where's the beauty shop?
17.
21.
14 for Amdrus.
Sorry, what are we rolling?
Not very good for Cain.
Perception. Perception.
Perception.
Ooh, 20.
God, this song is sputtering. It's going crazy. And sorry, Zephyr, what did you get?
21.
21. And Rowan, what did you get? You're muted.
17.
17. Okay. As you guys are wandering about, Rowan, you kind of know this, and potentially Joel, you might know this as well. But kind of wandering around, you can tell that a lot of the building is getting kind of upper and closer to the spire. There is more guards, and there are more like fancier houses, as it's probably like nobles' places or like the guards' houses and stuff like that, the soldiers' houses. But you do notice, as you're kind of wandering about and getting the lay of the land, you do notice there is a like increased, not by too much, as it's the middle of the day, but an increased amount of like Feathergale knights that you see wandering about the cities or, keeping watch, stuff like that. I will say that pretty much I think anybody other than Cain, you said you got really bad, so maybe Cain, you don't catch this. But throughout the city, you do hear at times like town criers kind of shouting, talking about a successful attack on Starhold against the evil elves happened a few nights ago. You hear about like basically advertising for the Feathergale Knights, very much putting them on this pedestal, saying that they're if you want to rise in stature and become somebody that will go down in history to join the Feathergale Knights, that new recruits are always wanted, and like the pay is good and all this kind of stuff. Very much putting a very big spotlight on the king and his soldiers, and a very bad spotlight on the elves and the Black Earth Brigade. You can see that the town, there is like armor shops, or like armorers and leatherers. There is a library, just because you asked. All this kind of stuff. You do notice, I will say, maybe after Eve you would notice having a 20, that you guys do stumble across a kind of small but two-story kind of L-shaped building that has like a sign kind of engraved in the cobblestone of the side of the building that says Arcane Affinities.
Yes.
A
Gonna
magic
ask,
shop.
We're an arcane shop.
It is, you can see like it is very like the cobblestone, everything is very like detailed and carved in with like arcane runes and everything, not necessarily enchanted, but to give this kind of enchanting look. If you're interested,
Beautiful. Yes. Barely.
it's up to you guys if you guys want to go in, but other than that, you guys can head back to the tavern. It's probably like midday at this point. You guys have wandered around a while, so maybe it's getting like 3-4. Maybe it's getting a little later.
I'm visiting the arcane shop.
Okay, you are going in. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with you. That's same. check it out.
Ditherers? I'm breaking away.
All right, see you at
The-
the.
The arts have
Yeah.
called.
You kind of as you two break off, unless anyone else wants to go, you can head over to
I'll
like.
go with Cain.
Okay. Oh, Cain, is Cain going in? Or
No. Cain's heading to the tavern.
The tavern. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go with them to the tavern.
Okay, so Joel and Etienne, as you kind of wander
Yeah.
into, you can see this very like ornate like wooden door. You can see, and as you kind of walk in, there is like a sound of bells, but there is no bells. And inside, you can see like continual flame spells kind of lighting up in torches, kind of giving off this like almost ethereal look inside. You can see it's pretty empty, and like there is shelves, and you can see there are a few things on display, but there isn't too much. And kind of at the back at this kind of almost like this circular kind of desk that's kind of in the middle, there is a female human with kind of maybe like in her late 20s, kind of with like long brown curly hair that's kind of half done up in like a half bun, half down, with kind of glasses and like small glasses and big brown eyes. And she kind of comes in, you can see her, she's wearing like very flowy clothing. And as you guys walk in, she just goes, "Welcome to Arcane Affinities. Anything you guys are looking for?"
Hi, yes, just looking.
Nice.
I have quite the affinity for air magics, so if you could steer me in that direction.
As we kind of just like, well, I don't know how much air magic stuff we have. We do have some
Elemental.
spell scrolls, and she kind of points over, and you can see there's like a nook in there that have like these like large tomes laid out. And kind of looking over just quickly, you can see they almost look like just like large books. You can go and like flip through different spells, and they're kind of organized by like level of spell and kind of type of spell. And there's like a decent chunk. And then you can see there is another corner that has like different like just simpler stuff, like nothing really enchanted, like staves and like arcane focuses and component patches and all that kind of stuff. And she just kind of goes, well, again, I'm not fully sure on elemental or air stuff specifically. She goes, we do have some like combat stuff left. We have some more wondrous items as well as some potions left. Not too much, fortunately, with Crowpoint being, you know, one of the spire towns. A lot goes to them, so apologies. We're usually more stocked.
Question.
Anything to help you be more stealthy by any chance?
She kind of looks at you, goes, stealthy how?
Just like...
Because
Just...
we have like we have scrolls of invisibility that you can purchase. Being a kind of higher level magic, it's a little expensive, but she goes, other than that, we don't really have too much. I can put in an order, see if they can enchant something, if you really want.
No, that's all right.
I'll ask. I have an artifact that I came across on one of my travels. I'm wondering if you could take a look at it for me.
As soon as you see that, her eyes like sparkle. Just like, ooh, I would love to. Do you want? We do offer like identifying like services if you'd like. That'd
If
be
we
interesting.
can arrange that, that would be lovely.
Yes. And you can see like as you kind of walk up, she like takes off her glasses, and like underneath in the thing she grabs this like separate pair of glasses, but these ones are more like, I wouldn't say crude, but they're not like refined metal. It looks almost like like thicker kind of wireframe, and the glasses themselves are made of like a purple crystal, like the lenses, sorry, versus like what would be essentially like lens glass or whatever. And let me get the price for that. Wait a second. She does kind of say, because it is a 75 gold charge. If you want me to, she kind of puts it on and reaches her hand out for like the artifact if you do give it.
At this moment, that is quite a hefty price for my pocket, as it were. But I will keep it in mind.
Of course. And she kind of like takes off the glasses and put her normal glasses on.
What about? I feel like this is important to a team. Like, I don't know exactly how much. I don't remember exactly how much it's worth, but I do have this diamond. I would be willing to give you to pay to get that done.
I'll ask the woman, are you able to appraise gems?
Because we can do that. Yes, we do trade in gems fairly often, spell components and all that. So yeah. Because
well, I thank you, Joel.
Oh, I hand her the diamond.
Which diamond?
I thought it was appraised. It was the
Oh,
necklace was left. I want to say it was appraised for 500, but I don't remember for sure.
It's the necklace, the diamond necklace.
Yeah.
I think it was 300.
The whole necklace. God.
For the entire necklace, yeah.
Okay.
I can.
I don't need that
try
much.
to find it, but
We're about to own this whole store.
Well, and then how much is an invisibility scroll?
Let me double check. It's a second level spell. So that is going to be 200 gold for one scroll.
Well,
all right. Well, hey.
Yeah, let's do it.
So as we kind of shows, so you want to trade in the full necklace for a scroll of invisibility?
Yeah, and to pay for
and an
the
appraisal?
an
Sure.
appraisal, and then I guess we have a little bit left over. Is there anything else you can throw in to just make it an even trade?
Well, that leaves 25 gold. She kind of thinks. She goes, we don't have too much. Because make a persuasion check. Oh my god. Hydra, can you not sputter? Thank you. Oh my god.
Because I had to do it disadvantage. I got a 1.
That's
Stuck
true.
my,
She goes,
Oh, sad.
fortunately, I don't think we really have anything it's kind of as low as 25 gold. But
That's fine.
I can totally give you just the coin price of that.
Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
Sure. And she kind of takes that, and kind of with that, she kind of gets up and like gets out of the little like round desk. She kind of wanders over, and you can see her kind of going through the tomes, and finding that, and kind of pulling out one of these scrolls, and kind of wrapping it up and giving it like a little like bow tie, like a ribbon, and kind of laying it down, kind of in front of you as a scroll of invisibility. And then with that, she goes, and the artifact?
Yes. So I will pull out the fan.
Okay.
And give it to her.
She kind of takes it and she goes, this is beautiful. Where did you come buy something such like this?
I was sailing, and Unfortunately, the ship went down, but I found this amongst the rubble.
She goes, make a deception check.
Yes.
Kind of like as she's like looking it over, she kind of puts it down and again brings
Please.
out those like purple crystal lensed glasses.
Yeah.
And she goes,
16.
oh, that is a beautiful find. She kind of lifts it up and let's make a check. You can see within the crystals there is almost like a light or a kind of shine and shim to them, even though there's no change in the light in the room. And you can see her kind of be taken back, and she just goes, "Oh gosh, well, this seems to be a very powerful artifact. It seems to be heavily connected to the elemental plane of air."
How fitting.
Honestly, it's got a temperament. It's very hard to read. 'Cause as far as I can tell, it has something to do with controlling wind, maybe flight. I can't tell too much. Because if you're willing to leave this here, I can see if my higher ups, he is a master of elemental magics. He might be able to figure something out. I'm not sure how long it would take, though. I know he's currently busy with a lot of work, but I believe he's in town, so we might be able to do it.
You know what? Yes, we can do that.
Well, do you want to maybe come back tomorrow, or do you want me to leave this here for now? And maybe I can. Are you staying somewhere I can contact you in?
Yes, we're staying at the Blue Cauldron.
The Blue Cauldron. Okay.
Yes.
And,
but I'll
a
take it
name?
with me and I'll come back tomorrow.
Oh, sure. She goes, and a name, may I ask?
Atay.
Let's see. Okay. And she kind of like writes in a little logbook. She goes, well, I will hopefully be able to get in contact with Master Elder soon. If you want to come back tomorrow, I can definitely get you an answer if he'll be here soon, and then we can figure out from there.
All right. Thank you so much.
And she kind of hands you back the fan. And she kind of writes. She's like writing like a little note.
Did she say Aldar?
She did. She
Okay.
said master of elemental energies, and
Yep.
that,
Mhm.
yeah. And she goes, and was there anything else I can get for you both? And she kind of pulls out the rest of the gold in like a little pouch, so you get 25 gold there, Joel.
Thank you.
We have enchanted weapons or ammunition. We have some rings,
I do love a ring.
some bags as well, if you're interested. As you say that, she goes, well, we have a collection of different kinds at the moment. Nothing too spectacular, unfortunately. A lot of the under
yes.
Commander Moroska, a lot of it goes to the king and their troops. She kind of pulls out, you can see 2 rings. One is a silver with kind of like sapphires and kind of this almost like wave-like design engraved into it. She goes, here we have a ring of water walking. And here she takes out another one that's almost made of like wood, but it has like a fur lining. And then the top of it has like these 2 almost like white, like ferrets or otters or something kind of in like a yin yang kind of thing.
Oh my god, yes.
It's
Hello.
very adorable. It's very well like made too. And she just kind of goes, and this is a ring of warmth. Those are kind of the ones we have at the current moment.
Interesting.
Anything else we have? I think kind of looks around. She goes, we do have like a wand of secrets. We have a roll of useful things at the moment. You look like adventurers. I know many come through here. We do currently have a bag of holding as well as a bag of tricks. We don't have too much unless you're looking for more combat stuff as well. We have a little bit of those. Or potions. We have a handful.
Sorry, I
of
heard
potions.
Wand of Secrets and then I tuned out everything else and I was like, what is that? I heard a robe of.
Yeah, I
things.
blacked out when you said
A
bag
ro-
of tricks.
A robe of useful things. She said
Oh,
she has
like-
like a bag of holding. There's a bag of
Bag of tricks.
tricks.
Bag of tricks.
Only one left of each. A couple of potions if you want more
My guess is
combat-oriented
those are
stuff.
too expensive for us.
I mean, you can ask.
How much is a bag of tricks?
Bag of tricks is 350 golds.
Yeah, too expensive for us.
A bag of holding is about 500.
Yeah, also.
Never
too
mind.
Yeah.
I was just
What
curious.
What about
Magic
that otter
items.
ring? How much
I
was
was
that
gonna
otter
say
ring?
how the other
The
one,
ring of
actually.
warmth is because that is 200 gold.
Yeah.
It will, keep you away from any cold temperatures, as well as like kind of there's creatures that utilize the cold. It can help you resist some of that as well.
Yeah, we need to do some more adventuring and come back here because I'm poor.
We will definitely be
I mean,
back.
I am the proprietor of this. My name is Faye, by the way.
Thanks, Faye.
Well, it was very nice to meet you, and I love your shop, and I would definitely be back.
I mean, it's not really my shop, but I will let
Well.
Elder know.
See you tomorrow.
I will see you guys tomorrow. She kind of waves you on, and you guys kind of walking again, opening the door. You hear just the magical like sound go off of the bells ringing, and you're back in the day. We can jump to the rest of you guys as they're kind of there. You guys head back to the tavern. At this point, it's kind of not as busy. There's still some people eating, like having early supper, or just kind of having like a midday ale and just chilling. Anything you guys would like to do? Cain, Zephyr, and Rowan, and I guess Amdrus.
I want to look over to Cain and ask. So, do we have like a game plan set? And then I kind of, after like hesitating, I look back at Rowan. Like, I'm not sure how we're gonna do this just yet. I have my plan, but how are you gonna get in? Have you figured that out?
Yeah, actually, I did think about it. I got a couple of tricks up my sleeve, but if I can ensure that maybe one of the guards is gone for the night and doesn't walk in so that, people aren't seeing double, maybe I can sneak you in, disguise myself, do a little tricky trick.
Okay, fair. I was thinking I might wild shape and probably in a snake form, so that way I can easily take the vial up there.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I can make myself look like one of the Feathergale Knights, maybe I can just stick you in my pocket and we can get in there. This poison,
for me.
though.
Yes.
We know it's gonna work.
Well, we did see the other two kind of run off at the other store, so maybe they got some information on it.
I hope so. Because we need a plan if that does not work.
I'm sure we'll find out quicker than later. Maybe in the meantime we can think of something.
Cool. I mean, I know you can do some cool fiery tricks.
Yes, but that also has a tendency to attract a lot of unwanted attention, especially if we're trying to be subtle.
True. I have my subtle ways too, though. I'm just saying, you and me, I think we'll be just fine.
I'll think on that.
So, do we want to try and see if I can ensure one of the guards at least isn't going to go head back to the spire?
Yeah, feel free. I think in the meantime, I should probably take a nap. I'm gonna need to be well rested for this, depending on when we go, especially.
Absolutely. Sleep well. What about you? You two?
We don't really have plans. Like, we're going to hang out and enjoy ourselves, I guess.
I think I'm too
Get
tired
a
to be
midday
able to use-
ale.
Sure. I'll toss like a gold coin at them and be like, first drink's on me. You guys can get the second round when I come back.
Right? Okie doke.
Yeah, you guys can just
I'll
get
be
like
upstairs. You if you need me.
See, I can be generous.
For now.
I'm just
Still figuring you out.
I'm sure would be excited for free ale. So
Yeah,
assuming he's
I'm
with you
certain.
guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would like to go back to the gate and
Sure.
have a little chitty chat with my boy,
Yeah, sure.
Arlo.
All right. As you kind of go back, as it's been a good chunk of the day, at this point, he probably wouldn't be there anymore. At this point, because it's like 4 o'clock, and you guys came in at like 10 a.m.
Oh dang. All right, I'll go up to the guards and
Sure.
just be like, just kind of like lean up and be like, "Hey, have you guys seen Arlo? Do you know where he's off to?"
Cause it's fun, make a persuasion check.
Cool, love that. Persuasion. So that's a 13.
Okay. As you kind of go ask, they kind of like look at you and go, I think Arlo went back up to the spire
Already?
an hour ago.
Ugh, lame.
I mean, you might be able to go there and ask for him and find him if you really want.
Is it just that easy?
Well, I mean, sure.
Just going up and being like, "Hey, let me go talk to somebody."
Well, if it's, I mean, as long as it's not like some of higher. Arlo isn't that high. He's just a normal guard knight. It's not like
No, I
it's
just-
asking for Thurl, because that would be a whole ass thing.
I mean, how many people actually ask for Thurl? From what I hear, he's kind of a drag.
Girl comes around the corner.
Yeah. Like, excuse me. No. You can see like the one, like the
I
other
rolled to
one.
seduce.
The
It's starting now.
The two guards that are kind of there, one's like not really. He's like paying attention. He's kind of talking to the one guard. The other one has to pay attention. Kind of looks at him and goes, especially lately. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
No, just with, sending out troops. It's kind of an asshole, but that's position and power. What can you get?
How old does this guy look?
He is currently like in like full armor, so you can like hardly see much detail of their face.
Dang.
I heard you roll.
Look, I have a plan. I want it to work.
Fair.
Yeah, like I heard about that, like the attack or whatever that happened. They like screamed about it in the streets.
The town cry. Sure, if that's screaming for you. Yes, they sent out. We were a successful attack on Starhold. Apparently, we have gained more sway. It's all I can say.
Good to hear. Good to hear that our precious little town is kept safe once again.
Well, that's why we're here.
Oh, and we love that you're here.
He looks pretty proud of himself.
Hey, since like Arlo dipped without even like saying goodbye to me, what are you doing later?
Make another persuasion check.
Work.
Oh god, it hit. Oh god. Oh, 18, baby!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He kind of looks and goes, "What? I guess. I mean, I'm here until kind of late, and then I probably will eat something and head home for the night."
Home being the spire.
No, I mean, I'll go head to the spire to eat, but I probably will go. I live here.
Oh, didn't know that.
Don't know why you would, but yeah, a lot.
Just making conversation.
Fair enough. And he kind of like looks over, and you can see that there's like no one really coming or going, so he just kind of. It was nice to have a conversation beyond just him.
Oh, I bet. So, I mean, instead of like going to the spire for dinner, why don't we meet up somewhere? Tavern's open pretty late.
He just kind of goes. You know what? Sure. Why not? It'd be nice to have
Cool.
a drink.
And I'll just like extend my hand and be like, name's Rowan, by the way.
It was Waylon.
All right, Waylon. It sounds like a date.
I guess so. Which tavern? Blue Cauldron?
Yes, that's the one.
I guess I will see you there.
Perfect. I
Um,
will skip off merrily.
All right, you kind of saunter off, and kind of like as you look over, he kind of like watches you leave for a little bit, and just kind of like, okay, and goes back to his job.
Yes.
And I would say like if you want to like pay attention, you can see like them kind of start talking, and like the other guy just starts to laugh, and he just goes, "Shut up." But in that time, as you kind of had to wander pretty far to do that, Zephyr, if you'd like to have a short rest in the tavern, you can. And Joel and Atim, as you are heading back, you can probably make it back to the tavern probably a little bit before Rowan gets there. Maybe about the same time.
Okay. Cool. Is anyone in the tavern?
I think.
Or no?
I mean, at this point, yeah, people are starting to kind of come in as, you know, it's getting a little later in supper. And I mean, Cain and Amdrus are having a midday ale, apparently.
Right. Okay. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, wait, is any of our party like
Yes, yeah.
in there? Cool. Then I will join them.
Right.
And order a ale of my own.
Right. It is, I think, 2 copper.
Oh, dang, so I really bought some drinks.
Mm-hmm. And let's,
Cool.
you know, you just
fine,
have
it's
is
fine.
mention it that it's for like anybody in that table. Then you don't need to pay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Right.
I'm at the table. Perfect.
I guess it.
I'm at the table. Cool. So when we get all sat down, it's like, turns out that potentially my father owns the shop, and we might see him tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh, joyous days.
Rowan, you're not quite back. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you said I got back
Actually,
at the same time as them.
make. Well, it would just be about just after. So make a
Wow.
perception check. See if you overhear this as you're kind of coming.
That wasn't that one, no.
All right, there you go.
She's like, "Ooh, I seduced someone." Wait a minute.
I got a
Yeah.
date tonight.
Work.
Yeah, that I'm standing up.
Yeah,
Rude.
you know.
You guys will cover me.
For shame.
We'll just do like a line of like, oh dang, did Rowan meet you guys here too? Shut. We all got stood up by Rowan.
But
I prefer to sit down.
my God. But Etienne, as kind of mentions that, you guys can kind of see Rowan kind of walks in, kind of seeing you guys.
Alright, I got my plan to get in.
I hear you're paying for drinks. Thank you so much.
Of course, least I can do for my new friends. Look, I know that you guys don't trust me, and I don't blame you. But I am here for a reason, to make sure that you guys can be trusted yourselves. Consider it your first big mission for the Shifting Tides.
I mean, we've supplied the Shifting Tides with a shit ton of intel, so I mean, it's not like we haven't done anything.
Yeah, intel versus action, though.
Can't have action without intel.
Regardless, you guys are just kind of stuck with me for a little bit.
I mean, to
Sorry.
me, that's perfectly fine. I think you're fabulous.
I think you're great too. Thank you.
Thanks. Just like the
I just-
wind.
Rowan's
There's like
brain
an
just like
air of wind.
Yeah.
around me. Yes.
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. I don't want any bad blood to say.
Well, none here, or none from me.
Cool. So anyways, I have one of the guards that's going to come by later and ask for me because I may have asked him out on a date.
May have, okay.
Girls got connections. Just like stall him as much as possible because I'm gonna, disguise self as him to get into the spire.
All right.
Okay.
How fun.
And then I can sneak our little cute shape-shifting friend upstairs into my pocket.
I was gonna say probably around now, after she's woken up, after a little bit, she comes down.
Sure. Right on cue.
Speak of the devil.
Excuse me? You're talking
Welcome
about
back, Sleeping Beauty.
Speak the dragon.
Speak of the dragon.
I was just
the one and
telling
only.
I was just telling everyone here my little plan that I'm just gonna sneak you into my cute little pocket, keep you cozy and safe.
Okay. Doesn't know how to respond to that. Neither do I. But when do we want to leave?
Not till late. The person who I am going to disguise myself as isn't going to be here until quite late, as he goes to the Spire for dinner.
All right.
So, you know.
Okay, that's
Like
the
I
best
said,
plan
boys.
we have.
And then you guys, if you want to make sure he stays a little bit longer, that might be great.
I think Amdrus has got this.
Yeah, he's
Perfect.
great.
He's pretty chatty.
I was gonna say Amdrus would probably be like, I would take on that challenge.
His name is Waylon. It is Waylon, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Rowan and Waylon.
Please, I have better standards than that.
And we're Rowan.
I saw like this much of his face.
This much. The eyes.
Eyes. He's got nice eyes. There you go.
He's got nice eyes.
I rolled a 10 for his eyes.
He's got nice eyes.
He got
That's all you can
funny
tell.
eyes.
Oh my god. No.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then Rowan's gonna look over at Zephyr and just be like, by the way, drinks on me. As a peace offering for any possible mistrust.
Fair. Well, I'd hate to be disrespectful and not take you up on that offer, so I'll go grab something. Would you like something in return?
Just your pleasant company is all I need.
We will do that tonight. And then she kind of like flips like a turn and then goes to the bar.
She always like this?
Sorry.
No.
Cool.
And kind of with that, you guys can have a dinner or just drinks as you wait for the nightfall to come. Eventually, the tavern does get busy for like kind of a supper time until it dies down, and it's getting kind of late. It's probably like, how late do you want to go to this fire?
How late do you want it?
Yeah.
How late was the guy staying at the front gate?
Probably like it'd probably be like 8, 9, and then he would go eat. So he'd probably be like meeting you around 10, kind of idea.
All right,
Unless
so
you
we
want it later.
No.
Okay.
No, we'll just do that. So we probably want to start heading out about 9:30. You guys, if you want to keep drinking or keeping the table to watch out for our friend, we can head off and
was gonna say
Look at
we
this
given a
man.
description, but then there you saw eyes.
I saw this much of a space.
Yeah.
Look, I gave him my name, so if he asks for Rowan, or Rowan, sorry.
Roland.
Rowan.
Rolling dice.
They see
Okay.
me rolling. So somebody's gonna come in here asking for Rowan. His name's Waylon. He's got nice eyes. That's all I can really give, sorry.
Got nice eyes. Perfect. Be on the lookout.
All right. And as Rowan and Zephyr, as you guys get ready, and I guess, are you bringing anything specific, or are you just?
Oh,
g-
before
Yeah.
before I leave, I want to make sure I have the vial.
Yeah.
Yes. And are you gonna wild shape so I can do that bark skin on you?
Free
too?
wild.
Well,
Well, I got
believe
2
if you
hours,
ca-
so
if you cast it on Zephyr, I believe it will affect her shapes as well as her. I think.
It should.
if it
Okay.
does, then
Um,
yeah,
Well,
whenever.
I'll cast bark skin on you, so no matter what you do, you can't have an AC lower than 16.
there we go.
Ooh.
The fuck?
You can see her red
And-
scales kind of turn
long does it
almost into
last?
like bark texture.
It's a concentration spell, and it lasts a long time.
Oh, I think it's
Okay.
like an 8. Is it one of the 8 hours?
I think it's like an hour.
Forget.
Where'd it go?
Okay.
Oh yeah, up to an hour.
Okay, it's just an hour.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, let's be quick.
All right.
And then I guess we scurry. I also wanted to tell Rowan that I only have 2 hours in my wild shape, so hopefully if we can finish it before then.
So that hour is real nice.
And Rowan only has an hour for disguise self.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Putting that out there. All right. So as you
Looking it
guys
out.
kind of leave, and the rest of your party, the boys, are all left.
Boys' night.
boys, are left at the tavern. You guys head up through the streets. Are you just gonna find like a place pretty close, like an
Yeah, I'm
alleyway,
gonna-
and shift?
Same.
Then?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
duck around like a dark corner,
Sure.
or I guess both of us will have to.
Just for the
Yeah.
fun of it, make a stealth check, both of you. As you're
For
kind
the
of
fun of it.
walking through,
Those
you
are the
can
worst
see.
ones.
Yeah. As you are walking towards the spire, especially now that it's getting dark, you can see there is a lot more guards patrolling and wandering about. But they have torches, so it's kind of easier to spot, which Rowan you're used to. And they kind of go into certain, like, what's the word? Routes.
Mhm.
So you got 15, and Zephyr, what'd you get?
16.
16. Okay. Easiest enough, you can kind of time it where you go duck into an alley, and Zephyr, you can shift into a snake, and you can see as she shifts into the snake also has that like bark-like texture to the skin.
Cool.
And Rowan, you are just disguising yourself as what you
Waylon.
saw as Waylon.
Yeah.
All right. Because it's a disguise, it's not actual armor, so you can just like slip into a pocket past the disguise, Zephyr, if you'd like. And you can walk up, and as you kind of hit that edge of the gate, like it basically would be another kind of larger kind of gate in the wall that like leads to the drawbridge. Jesus. Because you are disguised as a Feathergale Knight, they do not stop you. And you can just walk in right through, and they kind of like nod, and you can just, not even without saying anything, you can just kind of nod and keep it walking. And you can see that you can kind of very much clearly see this like drawbridge that goes across, and this like again this like white limestone and like marble detailed tower that just like once you're right up against it, it just spans so high. Like at the very bottom, you feel so small. It's just looking up to this massive tower, and these like large windows that kind of go around on each level. You can see that on the other side of the drawbridge, as you kind of walk across, there is the large kind of main entrance, and you can see has flanked by 2 of the Feathergale Knights, just on watch. So both at the gate and then also within the entrance of the tower. And you can walk in, and one of them just says, "How's it going? Back from your shift?"
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Not wave.
Yeah. All right. So, as you kind of walk in, I can actually pull up a map. Hold up.
As you walk in, Phoenix.
Hey.
What?
Is it bad that I'm nervous?
No, that's
No, you
pretty
guys
good.
should be.
yeah.
We've split the
You know, with
party
the
again
nines,
in
it'll
a
be
very
fine.
dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Two
Party.
episodes in a row, basically, we've allowed,
Where
or two
Zephyr
episodes
goes in
recently.
is away from the party.
Why?
Yeah,
This is
into
not-
some of the most dangerous areas we've been to in the whole campaign so far.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep,
cool,
yep,
cool,
yep.
cool.
It'll be
And I
fine.
It will
You
be.
did it once
Yep.
before, right? You can do
Yeah.
it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got a ring out of it too.
Yeah,
Um,
leave the rings, guys. If you see any
Leave the
rings,
ring this time.
leave it.
Yeah.
I will say.
There's a crypt somewhere. Just don't even skip the crypt.
No, instead we're going to the top, where we can be thrown out of a window or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
info
Perfect.
700 feet or something like
Okay, I got
maybe more.
Featherfall.
that. So,
I'll
You're not
save
there.
I'll save one of you.
totally.
I'll be there. I'll be there. The wind will tell me.
right.
My wind
He's like-
senses are tingling.
He's like the Prince of Wind or some shit. We already kind of
All
pretty much know
right.
The
this.
wind will speak to me.
Yeah, 100%.
It is princes of
So
the dark.
if as they brought you to it, you can kind of scroll down to find the tower that you're looking at. As I try to kind of uncover a little more here, sorry. Give me a second.
This seems. Never mind.
What?
Ooh.
Just to make it easier. So you can kind of see this tower as you walk in. It's just this large entrance, and you can see that it's kind of. It says it's a 30-foot tall hall with white stone. At the opposite of the hallway, there is 2 12-foot tall doors, like those at the entry gate. And you can see hanging from the top is this carved eagle of a massive timber that hangs from the far side of the ceiling, suspended from strong chains. You can see slender wings of steel sweep closer to its side, and its head is almost fashioned of steel. It seems to be maybe decoration or potentially a defense if someone breaks through and it swings down. But it's very ornate. And you see the doors there and then doors off to the side. And sorry, there's 2 of the Feathergale Knights, and then there is one that is in not so thicker armor, more of a blue and silver kind of robe, more so. Kind of just mulling about.
Is there a sign or anything that says mess this way? Or quarters or
No.
heck. I'm gonna take a chance and go through this door.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Just take a chance. You didn't want to leave it to chance.
As you kind of wander over, you can see this door. It is made of wood, kind of banded with iron. And as you kind of walk over, you kind of open it, and you can see the person kind of leaning there and kind of just mulling about, kind of watches you and doesn't bother it. And as you open it, you see a kind of smaller room that seems to be a weapons locker of sorts. So it actually kind of works because it would make sense that you would drop off your weapons.
Cool. So I would like to. Can I partially undisguise self so it makes it look like I dropped one of my swords off?
If you want to cast it again, you can
Yeah, sure.
change your disguise if you'd like to. So you kind of
Yeah,
go
sure.
in and you kind of walk in and kind of make noise as if you're placing swords down, and you can recast. And there's nobody in there, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of make it look like you still have your armor, but you just put your weapons down. All right.
Okay, then
Just
I'll
go
head
back.
back out and we'll go through the other doors.
Okay. And you kind of
Is
push
there another
open
door?
the two large doors there. It leads into a kind of 10 by 10 foot square room with a spiral staircase that goes up and down, and doors on every other little place.
Oof. Cool. Love this. So there's nobody in there?
Nope.
For my intel, he would be up top, right?
Yes, you would expect they probably... Actually, make a perception check, both of you. Because Zephyr, you're also there. You're seeing all this.
Am I? Because I thought I was in a pocket.
Well, you can be, like, poking out of the pocket because there's a disguise self, so they won't see you.
oh,
if you want-
persuasion. Oh shit, that was a really good roll too.
I
was
didn't know that.
Roll perception.
Can I keep the roll and just... It's
No.
the same thing, actually. It's +2.
Okay, I guess.
Is it 21?
Okay. 14.
14? Okay. So as you kind of look around, you can hear what sounds like clattering and chattering, like talking, just like general noise and movement going up. And kind of as you listen from down below, you can hear the sounds of animals,
Up it is.
which you would know that the stables are on the lower level, so that would make sense. Okay. So you kind of start walking up, and it kind of leads into... It keeps on going up, but there is another floor, and it leads into like a small kind of like semicircle kind of room that has two doors that are kind of like ajar and open, and inside of it you can see a kind of larger room, and you can see people eating a mess hall of sorts.
Which door is this one that we went through?
You went up the stairs. So if
Oh,
you...
up the stairs.
I will do it this way because everything is weird shaped. Being in a damn tower and such. I'll just do it like this. Oops. And if you want to scroll up, you can kind of see. The tokens aren't super accurate because I didn't want to put a bunch, but you can kind of open, and it kind of seems this like large table, and there's a bunch of people sitting there kind of eating for the night, just chatting, just general talk.
No thorough.
Make a perception check.
I'll make the right kind of check this time, I swear.
And Zephyr, is there anything you want to be doing, or are you just staying in a pocket for now?
No, I'm just kind of waiting until my cue.
18.
Okay. You kind of look around. You don't
Oh.
see Thurl. Sorry?
Never mind. I was just gonna see if I can assist, but
I mean, not really.
okay.
There's no
You
way to
will
like
sneak up.
communicate as also, so I mean, you can make your own check if you'd like.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Perception?
Yep.
17.
You kind of look around from the description you got and like the drawing that you had seen. You don't see anybody of that. You see a lot of primarily humans, both female, male, non-binary, all that kind of such. You would see some halflings. It's primarily human though. The odd like halfling or whatnot, but yeah, just a bunch of people, a bunch of soldiers milling about.
I'm gonna continue going up the stairs then.
Okay. As you continue to go up, once again you kind of come out. It still goes up higher, but you can, as the stair, like the floors are pretty large. So as you continue to go up, you find yourself in another circular room with 4 doors, kind of around. If you want to scroll back up, as I click that, I'm going to scroll up to see that. That's where you are.
there any windows?
Nope, you were in the middle of the tower.
Cool.
You can keep on going upstairs if you'd like.
I think it's like there's no signs or anything on anyone's doors to kind of label.
I do not believe that there is. Let me double check. I would say no, there is not.
Dang. This
think
fantasy
this-
game isn't accurate enough.
I'm sorry. Don't think they would have nameplates on their doors, so I think they would just know if you're part of it.
This is above my pay grade.
Anything you two are doing?
I'm gonna like look down in my pocket, be like, I guess we're continuing to go up.
Right. As you continue going up, you can feel pretty quickly that it begins to get colder and colder as you kind of go up these side of the staircase, and you can see that it goes outside. You are about to make it to the top of the tower.
Okay, and I will swiftly turn around and go back down to that other landing because
I would like you to make a stealth check.
Okay.
And Penguin,
Would
you're in a
I
pocket,
be-
so you're good.
Oh fuck.
I was gonna say, like, would I be
9.
questioning why she would be turning around? Because wouldn't we need to go to the top? I guess that's out of
It's
character.
a stable.
Yeah, that's up to you. I mean that's
Wait,
up
what?
to you, Seven.
It's a stable?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
miss.
There's one at the top and at the bottom.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, as you kind of turn back around, you do hear like a voice and that like kind of goes through and goes, "What do you want?"
Sorry, I made a wrong turn. Got lost in train of thought.
Make a deception check.
Get that voice.
Oh, fuck off. 7.
Oof. Okay.
You hear like kind of footsteps and like kind of the like whisper of something to somebody else, and kind of as you're like trying to go back down the stairs, you look over and there is a man that kind of comes into light in like decorative armor, like big wings on the shoulders, an older man without a helmet. This is Thurl. As he kind of looks over and just kind of like looks at you and just goes, "What, did you have too long of a shift on wall duty?"
Yeah, you know, it was just out in the sun all day.
Why are you still wearing your helmet?
It's cold up here.
He just like looks at you
I love
in this
it.
like
I love
most
it.
like I am so over this person already.
I'd rather leave it on.
And he just kind of goes, "Whatever. Just go to bed or whatever. Stop bothering us. We have business to do. You should have been told."
Yes, sir.
And as you're going
Like
down,
that.
you see him kind of turn around and he kind of, "Now where were we?" And you can like just hear him walk away. You didn't go all the way up the stairs, so you don't see anything that's happening, but you just saw him like kind of walk away.
So I'm gonna try and duck down into like, I guess into the stairs a little bit.
Sure.
Below his line of sight.
Yeah, fair. Just kind of like
And,
around the bed a bit.
Yeah, and I'm gonna take Zephyr out of my pocket and be like, "Your time to shine."
Right.
Jeez.
And preemptively, out of my disguise, I'm going to take like kind of like a bandana or something and just kind of wrap it around my face to kind of like hide my actual self a little bit.
Are you dropping disguise stuff?
No, but
Oh.
like on my normal person underneath the disguise
Sure.
self, I'm just going to like preemptively do
Sure.
that just in case.
Okay. And Zephyr, what are you doing?
Yep.
Holler if you need me.
Waller.
He's gonna.
She's just gonna.
Yeah, I don't even know. Whatever. I don't know if my mic can pick that up, but I guess I'm gonna, because he's at he came down from the stairs, right? As you were turning around.
He seems to be on top.
Yeah, but it was in the stairwell, right?
You
or were
guys
we
are
on
in
the
the-
landing?
You guys were in the stairwell. He seemed to be above. Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't uncover. Kind of what you would have seen. Maybe a little more.
Is that one other guard still there?
You don't know. You didn't really see anything up there.
Oh, I thought I did because I thought you said I was looking out.
Yeah, but you
We
guys
were-
like
we were on
went
the
up
stairs.
slightly up the stairs and you didn't go fully up, so you would have just barely seen the outside
Oh.
and like the little thing. And he would have walked in like
Okay, well, I guess they're gonna slither
this
on up the
direction.
stairs. Kind of trying to remember where I heard that voice coming from and just
Yeah.
kind of go in that direction. I'm gonna
Sure.
hug the inside wall.
Sure, make a stealth check. Why not?
Oh boy. Where's my die?
I love these Zephyr reconnaissance.
Oh,
Mhm.
thank goodness. Thank
Yeah.
goodness.
Zephyr's
Getting
Adventures.
It is
It's her own spin-off.
22. There we go.
Okay, so as you kind of slither up, you can see you're going all the way to the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
To the top.
Yeah. I would go all the way
Okay.
to the top.
So as you kind of come up, you can see that in the very middle where the stairs are, there's kind of like a I want to call it a gazebo, but it's not. But like a covering that goes up into the point, and then the rest of it kind of just goes to open sky, and it has grass along it, with the points of the spire kind of being shown. But as you as you slither up, you can see what looks like a thurl, as far as you can tell. There are sorry, this guy should be actually
Oh
over
shit.
here. You can see two griffins with their riders still on there. One of like kind of still like the griffins are at rest, but they're still like on their backs, kind of ready to leave whenever. And you can see that Thurl is kind of off to the side. There seems to be what looks like some kind of telescope that is up there. And he is standing next to somebody you've never seen before, another man. Also in the Feathergale armor, but not quite the same. And he does seem to have the helmet on, so you don't quite see any details. And Thurl just kind of looks to him.
I was gonna ask, are they talking? Like, can I hear the
Yes.
voices?
And Thurl just kind of goes, well, what's the plan now? Elementalist Eldar is out for the taking at the moment. It needs rest. His new magic seemed to apparently only work for a time. So now what? What's the plan? Are you going to go back to the capital and ask the king while I sit here? And you can hear this man speak, and he just kind of goes, of course, you are the commander of this place. You stay put. Our attack did quite the number, but unfortunately, they were able to hold off the majority of the plan, or of the attack. We haven't been getting any closer to Starhold. But I do know the king and his agents, his second hand, is trying to figure out a plan. We've been able to get a hold on them through her intel, which, you know, is useful, but unfortunately they're safe there and we're in the front. And he just they kind of look out, and you can see Thurl like looks through the spyglass, kind of comes back and goes, How long are you here then? Are you leaving tonight? The guy goes, yes, I'll be leaving. Aldar is still within the city resting. He was badly hurt, but thankfully survived. So he is going to be staying a little longer before we can get somebody to bring him back. Or clerics to fully heal him. Whatever comes first. But until then, continue doing what you're doing. That is your order. And he kind of... Thurl just kind of nods to him and goes, fine, whatever. And the one guy kind of walks over to one of the Griffin riders and kind of looks up and he goes, all right. Hopefully that is plenty of rest for you two. Let's go back to Cain. I've had enough of this place. And you can see the Griffins kind of get up and kind of flex their wings, and he jumps on one of the Griffin riders, and they both take off. Get up and take off. And Thurl is left there alone.
I would like to start sneaking up the stairs a little bit with my bow ready.
Sure. Make a stealth check.
Sure.
Zephyr, what are you doing?
18.
Okay.
How tall is the grass?
Not very tall. Like, you're a snake, so you can probably kind of, but it's not like... It's very well cut and maintained. It's also kind of trampled a bit, because, you know...
Yeah. Can I see if he's got anything that I can put this vial in?
He's
like if he has a drink or any food nearby?
Nope. He is standing there and he like kind of is looking out through the city at the moment. Or towards the city.
Do a flip.
Go barrel.
I don't know. I guess I'll move slowly closer to him.
Sure, make a stealth check. As you begin to kind of slither forward.
17.
Sure. As you kind of start to slither kind of through, using what little grass you can as cover, you can see Thurl kind of look over, and he looks down and just says to him, he goes, well, that guy was useless. And just turns around and begins to walk towards the stairs. And Rowan, you're kind of stealth up there. You can see him turn around and begin to walk. And you can duck so he doesn't immediately see you. What are you doing?
I would like to make a perception to see where Zephyr is.
Sure.
Oof, I don't see Zephyr.
Nope, you have no idea. Snake disappeared.
The sneaky snake.
Snake.
Well, I
She's
guess
gonna
if he's
fire-
going...
Yeah,
Go ahead.
she's gonna. I was gonna say she's gonna assume, seeing nothing unseen, as there's nobody else around, that this is the time. So she's gonna fire her arrow.
Okay. Make an attack roll with advantage.
We aiming for
Sorry.
jugular? We getting that clean kill? Like, you know, bleed him out?
Right.
That's the goal. Does a 22 hit?
All right. So Zephyr, as you kind of slithering towards, you see him just kind of turn around, not noticing you, and just start kind of walk past, heading back, and you kind of turn to like look over to see him walking, and you just see Rowan pop her head out. Well, I mean, she's still disguised as a thing with a bow. She just kind of gets up and fires an arrow at him, and that is where we're gonna leave it.
Yes!
God damn it.
Oh my gosh.
Just trying to find a good point of that, and I figured I'd show you the conversation. So, with an arrow launched, it's going to be a fun start of next session. And potentially next session we might have another guest, but we'll see how that's going to work out, as there's only 2 of you very far away from the rest of your team.
Yes.
Love it. Can't wait to see who dies. Anyways, thank you all for.
I'm hoping it's thorough.
It
Yeah.
could be. You don't know. He is a high-ranking member, and you guys are just 2. So we'll see.
Yeah, but we're a snake.
2
We're a
at
sneaky
level
snake.
4.
At level 4.
Yeah.
Who knows? It
Mhm.
might go very well. It might go very bad.
It might.
Who
it
knows?
might.
We genuinely don't know.
We genuinely don't know.
But again, as I just saw that Fire's in the fucking chat. Hi, Fire.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome back.
We're gonna need you back. Who knows what's gonna happen?
Yeah. Gotta
with
go
that.
You have to seduce a guard.
Yeah. With that, I love you all. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, with our new special guest, who's going to be sticking around for
Yeah.
at least one more. We'll see if she dies.
Please don't kill me off. I'm important. I'm important to me.
There you go.
Yes.
And we will be back next Monday, hopefully with a fire, and continuing with our guests. Cain, 9. Are you able to bring us out?
I mean, I definitely can. With the Ditherers of Dismay dithering away from a war, we find ourselves a new associate. We won't call them friend just yet. Who is reckless with money and pickpockets for fun. So
Well.
truly the best type of companion.
For us, yes.
Hatching a plan
Right.
to sneak into the stronghold of the Feathergale Knights and a small shopping trip. We leave our heroes in a suspenseful area of what's going to happen. Will they, won't they? Are they going to kiss? We don't know.
Who knows?
Oh my gosh.
Hit him with an arrow, kiss him on the lips. Who really
Oh
knows?
my
No. Zephyr and Rowan, are they gonna kiss?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
All right.
Before or after snake form?
I thought you
After.
meant Danver.
I would hope
Darling.
after. Anyways, have a
Cain
great
and
night,
Waylon.
everybody. And we will see you next Monday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.